listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Mamba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and the big, sexy Mamba. Look at him. Look how sexy he is, guys.
And you actually can see this time.
Yeah, well, for those of you who don't know, we are not streaming live, but we will be on YouTube. This will be our first episode, just a regular video podcast, as well as our audio podcast, which, you know, most of you already listen to. So if you want to see us on YouTube, go check us out.
That was an incredibly boring start to a podcast we haven't been on in a while.
Yeah,
we made it more vibrant.
Yeah.
We have
Hello! Welcome, everybody. I know we haven't been here for so long, and in a long time. We've been traveling the world, finding ourselves.
Yeah, Junkyard, you said you had, you were excited. I thought you had a little more, some little more special.
You got to come out with, more energy.
Yeah. Instead, you just came out like a wet blanket.
I'm married. I don't need energy anymore. All my energy has been, pushed out of me.
Yeah, but
it's been taken from me, like my soul.
First of all, missionary does not take that much energy. It is not a resource-intensive activity.
Sure it is.
And secondly, your wife's not even here. So it's kind of hard to, have the energy drained out of you from somebody that lives.
It happens at the moment you say your vows. Poof.
They're gone.
Is that what that preacher was doing? He was sapping the energy from you?
Yeah, he was. That's exactly what he was doing.
So when he put those rosaries on you with the cross on it, that was like a containment field.
That's exactly what it was.
So your free will is leaving the body.
Yep.
That's probably who was do you think priests get off on that? Making people do his bidding? Hey, everybody rise. I'm all right, it's Mexico. There's no ventilation in this place, in this church. It was in Leon. And he's everybody rise. I'm okay. Everybody be seated. And then I was dreading it. I knew he was going to say it. Everybody kneel. God damn it.
You knew it was coming?
I am wearing a suit, sir. I know I'm having a hard time. There has to be one middle-aged fat lady who's having a worse time than me.
Well, actually, no, people in Mexico have a genetic predisposition. They're immune to, all that stuff. So, they can kneel at will.
Oh, and then what else? The stairs to that church. That place needs to really invest in an elevator.
Well, they don't always, if you go in through the front entrance, there's no stairs because they drive you. But since we came in a bus, they can't, there's, no parking. Or there's not enough parking, I should say, for the bus. So they had to go through,
How is there not enough parking for one bus?
Couldn't you just,
Because there was a bunch of cars. Did you guys not see after we left the church?
I did see. I was why didn't we come here?
Couldn't you just dropped us off and then left? You didn't have to park there?
I think it's also hard for them to get up that steep-ass, hill.
So, in other words, we just got shafted.
It's not like you don't need the exercise, Mamba.
Damn! Ooh, get him off you!
I wish Wedding Junkyard was back.
Why?
Because you were fun at your wedding. I mean, I think we're getting lost. Should we go straight to the wedding, or
no? I think we should go talk about our experience in Mexico and then leading up to the wedding.
Okay, yeah. We don't want to jump right in it. We don't want to make it memento and.
So why don't we save the wedding for the more the meat and guts of this podcast?
Okay.
But I do have a gripe though.
Okay.
You want to get out?
I want to get my gripe out of the way.
Okay.
All right. My gripe is.
Hold on.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
My gripe is I've been holding this gripe for a while, so.
Why didn't you? You could have said it last week, but you chose not to record.
Well, because we couldn't record last week.
Because who?
Because due to unforeseen circumstances.
All right.
Anyway.
It was mainly my fault.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to do it.
So my gripe is with Junkyard.
What?
First of all, I am highly, highly, highly agitated.
Okay.
That you did not tell me how lit your wedding was going to be.
Late?
How lit.
Oh, lit.
You did not tell me how lit that wedding was going to be. I am very upset.
I did. I told you it was gonna be wedding
No,
of the year.
you didn't say it with conviction.
Oh.
Like when you
I don't
said
say anything with conviction.
like when you said, "Oh, it's gonna be really good," like we're like, "Yeah, whatever, it's just junkyard." You're like, "Yeah, it's gonna be like just as exciting as when I have sex." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's gonna be boring as fuck." So I was not prepared to have a blast, and that's why I'm upset. But we'll talk about that later. I just want to get my gripe out of the way.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, I guess we could talk more about that later.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
I was kind of annoyed too.
Well, how about you save that for later?
I thought your wedding was going to be in like an abandoned parking lot.
All right. Well, let's get some other things out of the way first.
Oh, I
before-
do have a real gripe about
can
your
you
wedding.
Can you save that later?
I'm going to do it now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
So we talked about it before. You were supposed to have a car battery at your wedding. It was not a car battery. It was like that thing that we learned about in Scientology. What was it called?
Oh, the
meter, e-reader,
the e-meter.
e-meter, where you just hold two prongs, and that's basically what it was like. But it sent you a mild vibration. I was expecting a car battery with exposed wires. You grab onto it, and you just try to hold on for as long
Well,
as possible.
for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, you guys have a special treat because speaking of that, we have the video of Mamba doing it.
Oh no!
So
Wait, I'm not the one that should be embarrassed. I did well.
well,
Is there no sound?
there should be. I don't know why there's no sound on this.
I guess you don't really need any sound.
You don't really need sound. Well, yeah, you do actually.
Oh, I had cramps. That's the only reason why I ducked down like that.
So that's Mamba. The YouTube audience will hear sound.
Oh, they'll hear
Yeah,
sound?
they'll hear sound. We didn't hear sound.
Okay, whatever.
your house phone's ringing.
I'm surprised because that phone never rings.
Who still has a landline?
It's not. It's VoIP. VoIP.
You know, in the how many years have you been doing this?
That's never rang.
It's never rang.
Hold on. Let's cut to Tony doing it
The next day?
the next day.
Oh, it is the next day? First of all, I just want to, I just don't like doing it. It's not that I can't do it. I just don't like it. It just feels weird.
We're going to get more into the wedding, but for those who are watching right now,
Hold on, listen to this.
pay attention to that girl with the white shirt because
She's important.
she's important to Junkyard's wedding.
So
Alright,
that girl,
I'm-
that girl in the white shirt, she's very important to the plot.
She's not really important, but she was like one of the most interesting people at the wedding.
She was.
Hold on. I think they need
Duh.
to see this again to appreciate.
Yeah, why do you think that bothered you so much?
I don't know. It just did. Well, the thing is that I have a very low body fat percentage.
Yeah, but
So electricity tends to course through my body at a much faster and more potent rate.
Rudy,
People-
your sister-in-law,
People
uh-huh.
that have higher body fat percentages, I mean, present company excluded, of course.
Sure.
Obviously, there's more resistance.
Yeah, but your sister-in-law,
Well,
Rudy's wife,
females
who-
by default have. Hey, that's science. I'm not trying to be an ass here. By default,
Uh-huh.
according to science, biology and stuff,
Yeah.
women have a higher body fat percentage. That's just the law
have
of the
you
land.
seen your sister-in-law? She's very skinny.
Well, that's because a lot of that body fat is in the head.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's play a second. Let's listen to him yelling and crying about it. We're not gonna be able to hear it, but YouTube will be able to
Oh,
hear it.
I've heard it in person, so yeah, I've heard it many a times.
I don't know why it's not playing.
Rudy's wife probably would struggle more because women, they have lower iron in their bodies, in their blood. They have iron deficiency because they leak so much blood. You have
They
more
leak?
iron.
They leak
You have more blood. You have more iron in your blood.
because I don't leak blood.
Yeah, you don't leak blood
I
once
think
a month.
the proper term is called menstruate.
Oh, okay.
You're being very, what's the word? You're very, very insensitive.
If
Mambo.
if the president can get away with saying that women have blood leaking out of places,
That's true.
then why can't I?
He can get away with a lot.
All right, Junkyard.
So yeah, that's Tony crying like a little girl.
All right, so get through all the boring stuff so we can start talking about this wedding.
All right, let's go. Let's get to our Urban Dictionary word of the day, shall we? Today's word is fartoholic. You guys already saw the definition, obviously, because you guys are looking at the screen.
Oh, can I guess what it is?
Sure.
I haven't looked at the screen yet.
Okay, go ahead.
It is someone who is addicted to their own farts smell. and farts as often as possible. Basically,
Yes.
someone who likes to self-medicate. They
Exactly.
like their own medicine.
You know which one of our friends is like this?
Alejandro.
Yeah, exactly. Alejandro.
Yeah, they say that people that like to smell their own farts are the ones that are most likely to self-medicate. So you need to watch out for them.
I mean, when I'm in my car, I like to, I smell myself just for medical purposes. I want to see, okay, how's everything going on with my system? If it smells potent, like everything's going good. If I don't smell anything, that means there's something wrong going on, right?
That means you haven't gone to McDonald's that day.
Yeah, it means that my digestive system, they've missed something.
So it's getting trapped in there.
So, Mama, can you use fartaholic in a sentence?
Alejandro is a fartaholic.
So?
I mean, that is a sentence.
Yeah, so you stink.
Not me, you mean him.
Yeah,
So whenever you guys say fartaholic, you will hear...
which I'm sure will be said many times.
Exactly. So, yeah. Fartaholic. All right, let's get to everybody else's favorite except mine. Favorite segment. Actually, it's nobody's favorite segment. Who the fuck are we kidding?
MMA Minute?
No.
It's gotta be that one.
Poncho segment. Poncho segment. Poncho segment.
So, a few weeks ago, I posted... Oh, there's a lot of them, by the way. He sent us like
Are
5
they all
emails.
going to be this long?
I hope not.
Oh, you haven't read them?
No. Well, yeah, I skimmed through them. I haven't really... I
Okay.
don't remember all of them.
Next time we should just do bullet points.
His title...
Next time you should
I'll read it
through
fast.
them.
Football. Or football. So, a few weeks ago, I posted on one of JYD's more commented on status regarding his loyalty to U.S. soccer when playing Mexico squad. And trust, when I say his most commented about posts, I mean like 2 people replied to it. Anyway, I digress.
Because it's true.
But it got me thinking, none of these qualifier games matter because the CONCACAF will end up seeding the U.S. and Mexico for sure. The World Cup will go a little like this for both teams. Mexico will advance past the group stage of the tournament and proceed to get knocked out by Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Argentina, or some other powerhouse team in the first disqualifying round like they do every tournament since the 90s. USA faces the same outlook, but they have a better chance of getting knocked out in the group stage, or they might catch lightning in a bottle and make it to round 2 of the disqualifying games. There, you're welcome, world. Am I right, though? Also, I went to a baptism this past weekend for a friend's 1-year-old, and my gears have been grinding since I left. What are your all's opinion on little brats who are not checked by their lazy-ass parents? Let me paint a brighter picture. We were at the after party with the family and friends eating dinner in our backyard, and this one asshole 4 to 5-year-old boy shows up with his mom. They sit down immediately next to me because there was not much real estate, and the mom starts chatting up her friend, who I assume she hasn't seen in a while. Anyway, her kid sits down next to her, and this little asshole proceeds to take out party favors, nerds candy, from the bowl at our table and starts hurling them at this other kid, who is first taken aback, but eventually finds it fun. While this little POS is hurling the countless party favors, he hits random people at other tables, but no one wants to be rude and call out the little asshole or assholette mother for letting this happen. The mother literally gave no shits, even though her demon spawn is annoying the shit out of many at the party, includes yours truly. This went on for 30 minutes with the little asshole taking 2-minute breather every now and then. Anyway, I'm a parent and let it be known that if my kid were doing anything remotely similar to this, that shit wouldn't fly. What are your thoughts on asshole kids and their asshole parents? Did JYD have any such brats at his wedding? Love, Pancho.
I just came to a very important realization about Pancho. After that email, I realized that he is definitely not African American.
Why?
Because no African American knows that much about soccer.
Okay.
So we can cross off.
Americans don't know about soccer anyways. I work at a retail store, and this week, I don't know if it's going to be this week or the week coming up, but it is the MLS
Gold Cup.
No, not World Cup.
And also
All-Star game.
And also, I don't think.
Oh, the MLS All-Star game versus Real Madrid?
It's going to be here.
Or MLS All-Stars?
Also, I don't think Pancho is white.
I think he is.
No, because white people don't take care of their kids like that. Like, they don't discipline their kids at all.
But he went to a baptism.
Yeah, but it was in the
white people
backyard.
do white people have baptism?
It was in the
They do.
backyard, so he's obviously Hispanic.
Yeah,
Who the fuck
Yeah.
has baptism in backyards besides
that's true.
Hispanics?
Exactly. So that's two races we can.
Maybe
exclude.
he's white and he's dating a Hispanic.
That's
Or
true.
married.
to a Hispanic. woman.
No, Pancho seems like a guy that would stick to his own kind,
So-
as we all should.
Here,
Also, Pancho, stop going on other like Facebook pages and commenting and hashtagging us. I don't want to.
But that's awesome.
No, he's spreading his views. Like what was he doing? He was condoning something.
What was he condoning?
What the fuck?
Was it something that we would condone?
I don't. It's something that Junkyard would condone, not
Okay,
us.
well then.
why would I
What was
condone
it?
it?
What would he condone? Missionary?
I think it was something about feminism and how it's terrible. I was like,
Oh, you should wait. There's another email here that he brings up something similar.
all right. Anyways, about little bastards, they're the worst.
They are, and I would have said something.
Were there any at my wedding?
I would. No, I didn't. I didn't see any.
Because no kids allowed.
I
that's
didn't
why.
see any. Like,
Yeah, there were no kids at your wedding?
No,
were
because
there?
that was specifically my invitation.
which
No
you,
kids.
Which you figured there would be because there was, fictional characters running around.
No, those were for the adults.
Those are for the adults.
I chose those. Those are my fictional characters.
But from the sound of it, so she went to this mother and the son went to the baptism by themselves. She's probably a single mom. She probably doesn't give a fuck. This is probably the only time
She probably hates her ex-husband.
hates her.
Not even no, not
It probably wasn't even her weekend.
baby daddy.
Hates her baby daddy if he's still around.
It was supposed to be his weekend, but he canceled because he's
Yeah,
fucking some
and
other
this is
bitch.
the only time she ever gets to go out. So she's going to a baptism in the backyard. She's gonna get drunk. She's gonna let her kid do whatever the fuck he wants.
That's why that friend she was talking to, she hadn't seen him forever because
yeah. It makes sense. I haven't seen her forever.
It's hard to go out when you're
She was
a
trying
single
to
mom.
thug. Maybe it was a male friend.
Or no, maybe it was just some girl. She's a girl. I haven't been out in a while. I can't get a babysitter for this little fucker.
Yeah, look at him. He's fucking.
Yeah.
He's throwing shit all over the
Throwing
place.
nerds all over the place.
Nobody wants to watch him.
So I feel your pain. The place that I work at, they're just some parents that'll. It's a retail store. These parents just don't care. Either they don't care, or they're just done with it. But nobody wants to hear your fucking kid crying for 20 minutes straight. Sometimes it makes me just want to get a vasectomy
Okay, Mamba.
every once in a while.
That's interesting. Anyway, all right, let's go on to the next email. JYD Wedding Experience. Hi, all. My niece likes to play this game at the dinner table called Rose and Thorns of the Day, where one describes their best rose experience of the day and the worst thorn experience of the day. Can you each tell me your rose and thorn of your trip to Mexico? Yes, I typed that. Oh, Mexico. I'm sorry, I misread that. Your trip to Mexico. Yes, I typed that intentionally. Sincerely, Ocinep. It's Pancho spelled backwards.
So I'm guessing the pros and cons of Mexico.
So your rose and thorn. So your best
biggest,
part. Your best part.
your biggest gripe, and your favorite moment.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'll start with my thorn. So, I think we all did something separately. Like
Yeah.
Tony, you went.
We all like we went to visit our family before the
Yeah,
wedding.
I haven't been to Mexico. I haven't visited my grandparents in Mexico since 2011. And Tony and Rudy, they invited me to go with them to Durango. I really wanted to go, just because I've never been. But I was like, if I go to Mexico and I don't visit my grandparents, I'm probably gonna get shit for them. So I bit the bullet and I went. And I hate to say it's a thorn, only because it was nice to see them, but Monterrey was so fucking hot. Like, I don't remember it being that hot. I mean, it's been 6 years since I went, so I don't know how much global warming has affected it, but it was like a steady 95 to 105 degrees I was there. And they have air conditioning in 2 rooms. Their room and the guest room, which I stayed in. So if I ever wanted to come outside, I would just be a sweaty mess. So if I wanted to hang with them, I would have to suffer and just sit in a hot-ass house and boil to death. But it was nice. I got to see them. So it was a thorn, but I appreciate seeing my grandparents.
So it was bittersweet.
It was bittersweet. Like, I got to visit them, and but I also lost 10 pounds in sweat. But at the same time, I got to eat for free, like every day.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
What is my rose?
Yeah, what was your rose?
Leon.
What part?
When we got to leave,
Doubt it. You guys didn't want to leave.
Oh, no, I mean, just Leon in general, I had a blast. Your wedding was a lot of fun, and then the after party that your mom had at her house the next day, that was a lot of fun. And I've never been to Mexico and just like gone out and had a good time. Like I usually, my grandparents are like 70 years old, so they're not gonna go out and go rage. So it was fun.
Cool.
And plus, Leon had really nice weather.
Tony, what's your rose and your thorn?
I think my thorn is like everywhere since I got to Durango, and even when I went to Leon and like other places around, like everywhere you go, it's just full of immigrants. That was such a pain in the ass.
I mean, it's Mexico. Isn't everybody? Aren't you the
technically,
immigrants?
I would have been the immigrant. Damn, that makes sense.
No, they're full of future illegal Americans.
Yes,
Think of it that way.
it's full of a lot. The indigenous population vexed me.
What was your rose?
Okay, I take that back. I actually did have a good time. Actually, I don't know if I had a thorn. Oh, I think the thorn I had, the worst one was fucking Aeromexico when they fucked up our layover.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Because apparently, like, I was flying from Durango to Leon, and it was on a Friday, and the only flight they had a few flights, but they had one with like a 4-hour layover, a 6-hour layover, or a 30-minute layover. So I'm like, well, I mean, it's Thursday, everything's Friday. I figure as long as the plane's not late, I mean, we'll make it. And if we don't, I guess whatever, we're screwed. So we get to the airport just in time. Plane takes off right on time, lands right on time. We walk out straight to the terminal. Oh, the plane already left. It's
What
like
the fuck?
there's literally no, like, that time frame, even 30 minutes is not enough time to deplane and to get on the next plane. And even the guy was like, and I guess because I booked it through Expedia. Because the guy's like, did you book this through like our website? I'm like, no, I booked on Expedia. Like, oh, that's probably why, because this flight schedule or this fucking whatever is not even available because you need at least an hour. And
That happened to me once before.
what pissed me off the most,
It was also with Aeromexico and Expedia.
this was another thorn. I have double thorns. So another thorn is that when we got off the first plane, when we got to the layover was in Mexico City, so we flew from Durango to Mexico City, got there right on time. Looked at my watch. I'm like, I think we're gonna make it. So we're sitting there waiting to get off the plane, and I guess they don't have like terminals or whatever those things are. Is that what they're called? What are they called when like those things that they stick on the door and you kind of walk through?
Not Jetway. Jetway's with it's a
just say
tunnel, like a
walkway.
walkway.
A tunnel or
Walkway.
whatever. Yeah, it's like basically just
You go outside
you go outside.
and you go up the stairs.
So the thing that pissed me off is like they made everybody go outside, which is fine. So you walk out of the plane, you just get out like regular plane, whatever, and then there's like a shuttle waiting, and everybody's boarding the shuttle.
Oh, and you went like 2 feet.
And then, so that shuttle fills up, and then drives off, and then the next shuttle comes in and it fills up, and now we were on the second round. It's like, all right, fuck it. All that shuttle did, literally, was go around the plane. Like it drove.
That happened to me in Cancun.
It drove to the nose of the plane, went around back, and to the tail of the plane. And then the entrance was right there. Like, we literally could have just gotten off the plane and walked to the left, like 20 feet.
That happened to me in Cancun.
I
Same
was
exact
like,
thing.
you
And
gotta be. It was like, you could. I was so fucking pissed.
That's got to be a Mexico thing because the same thing happened. They got us up on the shuttle
Yeah.
and literally like 10 feet away to the entrance, and we're like, "What the fuck? We could have just walked."
I think.
It's safety reasons.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I was thinking it's got to be for safety reasons, but it's so fucking impractical that it was like if we would have like either made the first shuttle, or if we would have not even had to, just fuck that shuttle, we would have made the flight. Because when we got to the gate, they're like, oh, we already closed the plane's closed. It closes 10 minutes before the flight leaves, and we got there like approximately 10 minutes before. So, had that shuttle not existed.
Yeah.
We would have made it. So because of that, they're like, well, the next flight is doesn't leave till like 4 p.m. We got to Mexico City at like it was like 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like the next flight's not till 4, but there's only one seat available, and I was there with my brother and his wife. So and then the next one is like not till 7, and we're like, fuck it, we're just gonna wait. And that's what we ended up just meeting up with you.
Yeah, it worked out.
So it worked out, but it was just annoying.
We all took a cab together.
Yeah. Had a gale time.
Also, I have another thorn, now that you mentioned it, your flight. I took a flight from Monterrey to Leon through Interjet. So I get to I check in at the airport in Monterrey. The guy at Interjet, he like circles gate number 4. He's like, this is a gate your flight is gonna leave out of, and it was printed on there and everything. I was like, all right, cool. So I got like an hour. I walk around and I get something to drink, and I go to gate 4, and I notice that the sign, that like the screen, doesn't say the flight that I'm on. It says something going to Mexico City. So I go up to the people at the desk, and I'm like, I show them my ticket. I was like, is this a flight to Leon? Like, oh yeah. I'm like, are you guys sure? They're like, yeah, you're fine. I'm like, okay. So I go back. I turn on my headphones, and I still look at the screen, and it says to Mexico City. It's like, this doesn't feel right. And then so finally I'm like, let me go check the other screens, where they say other flights. So I go check that screen, and it says Interjet to Leon, gate 11, and my flight was leaving like in a few minutes.
Holy shit.
And I was like, these motherfuckers. So I go down to gate 11, and apparently it happened to a lot of people. Maybe they were just fucking with the Americans, because there was like two white couples, and they had the same problem. And of course, they were Caucasian people, so this was not going to stand. This was not going to fly. They were going to have any of this.
They were not having any
They were going to get a very aggravated, strongly written letter. And
so were you standing behind them going like,
Yep. This wouldn't fly in the States. But yeah, the fact that I showed them, I was like, is this? And they seemed to understand me. They're like, oh yeah, this is the gate. I was like, okay, it's gate number 11. Like, if I would have waited there, if I would have walked away and got something to eat, and I'm like, oh, my flight, I'll be good, I would have been fucked. I would have to wait for another one.
That's like pretty impressive though, that you had the wherewithal.
I just like
the awareness.
It just didn't feel, you know how you have like a bad feeling? It's like, that doesn't seem right. Instead of like just saying, oh, I'll just listen to what they say, I'm like, let me go investigate this shit myself. Good thing I did.
I'm happy for you, Mom. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
That's why I hate it when I'm at my job. People ask me questions like, "Hey, do you know where this is?" Don't listen to me. I might be wrong. I might send you to the wrong gate.
FYI, the video portion of this got cut off, part of Tony's, just because the software crashed. Just letting everybody know. If you guys skip this a little bit, I mean, my bad. It's not really my fault, but whatever.
Will they still be able to hear the audio?
Yeah, the audio's fine. Audio's no problem.
Okay, whatever.
Just video.
It's a shady
it's right,
operation we got going.
No, it's this computer's kind of. I mean, look at my CPU usage up there. Can you see it?
Sorry, because you got a new one coming.
I got a new one coming. So this is only gonna last us one episode. So it's all Gucci. So consider this like a practice video.
So why are we even
episode.
uploading this video if it's gonna suck?
It's not gonna suck. It's gonna be perfectly fine. It's just gonna be cut off just a tad. Literally like 10 seconds.
But that second will throw off my comedic timing.
Trust me, it wasn't funny.
Comedic timing. Your stories take.
So what was your rose? You didn't tell us. You didn't give us your rose.
You
just gave us thorns.
All right, I'll give you my rose was when we got to leave. I was tired of Mexico. Couldn't wait to get out.
Lying ass motherfucker. You didn't want to leave. You were just talking about coming back.
So I think it was like I had a great time. Seeing my family, just going to different parts of Mexico where my family was. But I think it worked out perfect. Where I had a good time with the family. I went to go visit, got to see the sights, all that, and then just finished it off with the wedding, like the wedding and the after party. And I think the wedding was probably one of the best parts.
Side note: they have Uber. You can use Uber in Mexico,
but they'll Jew you.
They might Mexico you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cheap as fuck anyway. Come on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Even with the scam, it's still really cheap.
But our friend Alejandro tried to take an Uber to this restaurant that we went to. They took him to one, but it was the wrong one. And he's like, yeah, you guys don't want to go to that one. That one was closed. He's talking about the one we were at. It's definitely not closed because we were in there. And he went halfway across the city.
What the fuck?
I mean, mind you, like I said, it was only...
The difference was maybe $2 American.
I think his Uber was like 90 pesos, which is...
like $5.
Yeah, so I mean, halfway across the city, that's not bad at all. But
yeah, man, they gotta make their money.
If you don't pay attention, they will get you.
Yeah.
Plus they don't pay attention. Like Uber's here,
they all have a GPS.
Yeah, they don't use GPS.
They don't use GPS at all. They're just like, okay, yeah, we'll take you.
They'll
there.
put it on the screen. Those motherfuckers, they're just freeballing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just, You're gonna have to guide them.
It's the
I
Wild
think,
West.
I think,
I guide them all the time. They're like, "Which route do you want me to take?" I'm like, "Well, luckily I know the fucking city, so I'm like, all right, this is how I want you to get there."
like the one Uber driver that did not screw us over was I think the one that we took from your mom's house back to the hotel that last night we were there, and it was late. It was like maybe 3, almost 4 in the morning.
Maybe he's just tired. He's just tired to rip you off.
No, I see. She probably could have ripped us off because like my brother was.
Was
like,
it she?
No, he.
Oh,
My brother was like drunk as fuck.
I was gonna say
He was like, so he could have ripped us off, but no, like he took us like straight there. So like my brother gave him like a big ass tip. He's like this is he just gave it to him and he told me he's like I just gave the Uber driver a big ass tip for being the only one in this whole fucking trip that didn't fuck us over.
how much you give him? What was a big ass tip? 200 pesos.
Probably around there, yeah.
Not
I mean, considering the
Yeah,
fare,
but
the fare
considering
was
the
like
fare.
32 pesos, so that's like a exponentially
Yeah, that's a big
good
difference.
tip.
I was speaking of like, you got to do your shit. So,
Oh, my rose and thorn.
but I did want because like Junkyard's mom's party, that was fun. That like, I think people were drinking more at that party than at his wedding.
I don't know, man.
Because your brother was drinking tequila and squirt like hard, like if that shit was water.
Oh, don't worry. That came back up in the hotel.
Oh, that maybe it was a good thing that I took an Uber with everybody else. I was like, I got to be up semi early.
Because, we'll talk about after in the wedding part of it.
So my thorn. I'll start with my thorn. My thorn was the the setup because there was still a lot of shit left to do, and Myra was like just stressed out and
Now,
like, man, and
she is your
my wife.
oh,
My
okay.
wife.
For those who don't know,
You gotta give her you give her a podcast name?
Nah, who gives a fuck? She's in Mexico.
you just pronounce her name differently, Mayra.
Mayra. Anyway, yeah, she was like super stressed out because we still had like a lot of shit to do and stuff that like wasn't necessarily our fault. It was just stuff that hadn't gotten done because like other people we were waiting for to finish. So like for example, you remember the coasters you guys got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my cousin made those at his shop. He's got like a laser cutting machine,
Oh, really?
and he made those. And he like literally waited till the day before to finish them.
Damn.
So we had to put them all together and we had to tie the bows and all that
Classic
bullshit.
procrastination.
Exactly.
Is that why the best man was like?
And that
he's
cousin was a groomsman, by the way. He was my only cousin that was a groomsman.
Nice.
I like
The one
how-
that kept taking his tie off.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like during photos, he was just down to get drunk. Like, he was taking off his jacket, his tie, unbuttoning his. He's taking his shirt off. I was like,
He was like in casual mode.
He's like, we still got to take pictures, bro.
Yeah, that's the guy that was procrastinating hard as fuck.
Yeah.
He's just the way he is.
So you're telling me that they have laser cutters in Mexico,
Yeah.
but they don't have like clean water?
Yeah, they do. It's
But-
just-
I can't drink out of the sink.
But you got laser cutters.
You can make fucking party favors with laser cutters.
yeah.
But they don't have clean water.
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway. So yeah, she was just really stressed out because like that shit wasn't done. We had to put it together. Luckily, I had like my family, like my my brother-in-law, my sister. Luckily, my brother-in-law didn't act the fool this time.
Well, that's because his wife was there.
Yeah, it's true.
So she was like
Keeping him.
keeping him in check.
Yeah,
And plus, shout out to your best man, Angel. He was on it.
yeah. He got sick as fuck when you guys left the following day. After I left, or we all left because we all left on Monday.
Was he hungover?
He was sick, like literally sick. Like he literally had to go to the doctor. Like he's pretty like rough and tough. Like he won't like pretend like even if he's sick, he'll try not to play it off.
I wouldn't have gone to the doctor.
No. He was like puking and fucking diarrhea and sweating and cold. Like it was really, really bad. They had to take him to the doctor. He didn't want to go, but they made him.
Did he drink water?
No, I don't remember. We don't know what it is specifically because he ate the same thing we all
Yeah,
ate,
and
and
we
nobody
were-
got sick.
And we were there.
And he drank as much as you
He
guys
was drinking with us like till we left. And
Right.
we were after that. Like everybody just stopped. Everybody just went to sleep. So
That's what I'm saying. So
Something happened overnight.
something he did himself fucked him up. But anyway, like he helped us out with the party favors too, and my mom and everybody. So like we finally got everything done. But that was my thorn of the whole like trip. My rose was between either the wedding or the honeymoon, of course, because
Yeah.
And plus, I had a
The,
great time in Playa del Carmen where we went to
was it, Mama?
honeymoon. They're YouTube.
For those who don't know,
For those that don't know, we are.
if you go like this, that's an
Well,
anus.
you tell our audio podcast. Don't exclude them.
So
I'm making a
Circular finger.
circular pointer finger on my thumb, and if you do that, it looks like an anus.
yes, and then you slowly put it up to your mouth.
Mm-hmm. And then just put your tongue around it.
Uh-huh.
Test it out. Like if you're licking, like if you're a little kid and you're like putting your tongue on a battery.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
you're not
Christ.
sure if you're gonna like it, so you just kind of do like a little bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess there's no video because this thing keeps crashing for some reason.
All right.
So, all right, well,
there we go. Junkyard fucked it up.
Well, I didn't fuck it up. This thing just keeps crashing. You didn't see it. It's
You know,
like,
Junkyard.
stop
I'm hearing a
working.
lot of excuses.
How do you keep it from not crashing?
I don't. This is the first time we used this live stream last time and it was fine. I don't know what the fuck is going on now. I don't know why it's freaking out.
So, to all of you who were excited to watch the video,
Next week.
Junkyard lied.
I didn't lie. Like it was working fine, and I actually had like video set up for it and everything.
All right, to the next email.
Ah, yeah, it's in Poncho's next email.
Can we like skip some of them?
Here, question of the week. Oh, here's this one's short. Would JYD rather eat his wife's groceries or put on for the Mayweather versus McGregor? Fuck.
I like how he has to think about it. He's like, shit. One of the two. Either you're eating groceries or you got to put on for the fight.
Okay. Is like her butthole clean?
I mean, it's your wife. You would know.
Yeah.
No, but like, did she like shower recently, or is this like after a day?
Sure. Everything is optimal. She showered. It's a cool 60 degrees that day, so it's
No sweat.
no humidity, no nothing.
She's been naked all day.
Yeah, she's
for
been
whatever
she's
reason?
been at home laying in bed watching Netflix. So
Okay.
she hasn't moved.
Nice.
But she's been like watching Netflix on her stomach. So it's getting plenty of ventilation.
Oh, I
okay.
gotcha.
So it's not like stewing or anything.
Yeah.
So you got to come home, either dive right in or dive right in your wallet.
Okay, hold on. How much do I have to put on for Mayweather and McGregor?
All of it.
All of it.
$100?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm eating groceries.
Woo! Junkyard's eating groceries. You heard it here first, folks.
We found a way to get him to do it.
Oh God! All right, and I got more Mayweather McGregor talk
Are
later.
we gonna talk about?
Oh,
that later?
do you?
We are.
Funny how you got talk after you said it would never happen.
It's not good talk, so let's not get excited.
Oh, no, let's get excited. Trust me.
I don't think you should have any say on that matter.
That's true. You shouldn't.
All right, whatever. I'm still gonna have a say. All right, next question. What the hell does DJ Khaled do in the music industry? He doesn't sing, and I heard he doesn't produce his own beats. So what the hell does he do? And how does a person who contributes zero to music end up with multiple albums? Maybe JYD can emulate DJ Khaled's career and fulfill his lifelong dream of being a successful DJ. Nah. Sincerely, we the best.
He's supposed to say "we the best." He
Oh.
must. I thought he produced his own.
Oh, it was, and his thing was another one, by the way. His subject was another
I
one.
thought he did produce.
I thought
It
he
says
produced
he
those.
says that he doesn't produce his own beats.
How does? I've
Well,
never-
let's just play devil's advocate and say he doesn't produce his own beats.
But doesn't a producer do more than just beats? Like,
Well, no, that's what they. I mean, that's their main thing is like produce the music.
You make, yeah, he gets people to collab, and they do the vocals on it. That's what I thought he did. If that's not what he's doing, I don't know what the fuck he does.
Me neither.
I mean, he's no DJ Mustard, but whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Bro, how do you not know DJ Mustard?
But then again, I mean, there's other useless.
you ever heard?
Oh.
You know, like a bunch of those songs that start off with Mustard on the beat.
Uh-huh.
That's DJ Mustard.
What about if whatever Mama always says, if Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
He's a producer.
Yeah,
He
I know what I'm
produces-
saying.
He sucks.
I like his stuff.
No, he's good.
If
Fucking
your
suck.
Metro don't trust you, unless you
Garbage.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Crap.
Oh, hold on. FYI, the videos that we showed of the wedding, I'm just gonna put them on Facebook. So if you guys want to actually go look at those videos, I'll put them on Facebook since
Okay.
we're not gonna be on YouTube anymore.
Because
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 so
someone
they're not
fucked
gonna
up.
they're not gonna see that video that.
No, I'm gonna put them both up.
He's gonna put
I'm gonna
them
put both of them
No,
up.
but I'm talking about. We watched that video of Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna put both
He's
of
gonna
those
put up-
videos up.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mom, but you see, he has videos, right?
No, but we talked about it.
I
like
know.
we were
Okay.
watching
So
it. while we
exactly.
were
Yeah,
watching it.
Exactly. So those videos
Okay.
that we were watching.
Next email, sir. Please.
that we were watching,
Next email.
are not going to be in the YouTube video because there is no YouTube video.
And I actually have a couple more videos that I want to
But-
talk about, which was perfect for YouTube, but I guess I'm just going to have to post those as well.
Okay, great.
So those videos, Mambo, are going to get posted to the internet
To Facebook.
via our Facebook.
Yes, I know how
And
that
Twitter.
works.
Are you sure you know how? Because it doesn't sound like you do.
Yeah, just do you know how this works? You will be walking home.
Damn, during Game of Thrones time?
Oh, man. It's time to change that
Hey,
password.
man,
That's bold.
my girlfriend, she like buys all these streaming services and does not give a fuck. I think she has like 3 music streaming services. So I'm pretty sure she'll throw me her HBO Go password.
All right, cool. That means I can.
She gave me her Showtime. Don't cut me off though. Just in case.
I need to make sure.
Just in case me and her don't work out.
All right. Next question. Latinx or nah? How do you feel about the gender-neutral Latinx word that has been floating
it's
around?
terrible.
Hold on. Shut up.
No,
Let's finish questions. I use Latino/Latina, but I'm confused about the end game. What do these gender-neutral people want? Asexual people? I mean, in most cases, you're either born with a penis or a vagina. There are differences in the two, and no amount of feminism can get rid of those differences. Sorry, just read an article about how people should stop having gender reveal parties, and I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or two there is a clamoring for gender-neutral people asking to have a Parents' Day instead of Mother's Day or Father's Day. Anyway, that's been grinding my gears today. Thoughts? Sincerely, cis male Pancho.
Cis male.
Hold on. Before you guys give your thing, let's see what one of my favorite people have to say about it. It's really quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Are we gonna get pulled?
Probably.
No, it's not. It's fine. We're not going to get pulled anyway. We're not going to be on YouTube.
Oh, okay, then play it.
But we probably will
This
get
is the
pulled.
cat call, and I'm calling this shit out. 2 main reasons why Latinx is used. 1, to dismantle the patriarchy. The Spanish language is gendered. Almost all of our words are male or female, like amigas or amigos. But we use the male term as a universal term for everyone. So for example, if there's a room full of 3 women, we'd say, I'm with mis amigas. But the minute one man enters, it becomes
That's
"I'm
right.
with mis amigos. The X in Latinx is an effort of pushing against the masculine term dictating our language. Using terms like policeman or mankind subconsciously tell women and girls that they aren't included, limiting the possibilities they create for themselves or telling them that they're inferior to men. So Latinx replacing the universal Latino is like using police officer instead of policeman.
There you go. So that's that.
So the Spanish language is pretty much gendered, what she's saying, and Latinx is just a way of like just saying like it's just gender neutral
Yeah.
instead of like saying like amigos, amigas,
Yeah, it's like-
Latinos. Like he's just
yeah, like she
Latinx.
said, instead of policeman, it's police
it's just all inclusive.
Hold on. But maybe this will change your mind about that.
Say both.
Like me. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a trans, gender non-conforming person, and I identify as Latinx. Latina and Latina don't fit me. I float somewhere in the middle, so I use
Judging
they
by
and
your
them
girth,
pronouns
nothing
instead
fits
of
you.
he or she. My grandmother
That's not nice, man.
Well, for
That's
those
the
who-
pot calling the kettle black, my
For
friend.
those who can't see,
No, they're going to see it. I'm going to post it on
Oh,
Facebook.
you're gonna post it?
Yes, I'm going to post this
oh,
video
you're
on Facebook.
definitely gonna see this person.
Of large stature.
Anyway,
Yeah.
listen.
raised her children to not care about gender or allow gender to limit us. There was no such thing as girls do this or boys do that. I get that not everyone was raised like that, so this can be really confusing and complicated. And I understand your discomfort because even I had trouble switching my own pronouns. Using Latinx may feel strange at first, but no, as a trans and gender non-conforming person, it makes me feel accepted and acknowledged.
I mean, it's funny because like I could just say like I'm heterosexual, or I could say that I am a cis gender something. Like there's like I can throw in like 4 or 5 like gender pronouns in there.
But how do you say that in
and it'll be the
Spanish?
same thing.
Or not like in
Oh, in Spanish, no soy joto.
But that just means you're not gay.
Yeah, that's all that matters, right?
Well-
I mean, in Mexico, like the gays are not. You know, I guess it's different in Mexico, because here in the U.S. it's all about equality, LGBT rights. In third world countries, it's not so much like that.
It's worse in Canada, by the way.
Oh yeah, you can get locked up.
In Canada,
You could
really?
get sued.
No, I thought Canada loved the gays more than us.
No,
the-
but you can't say certain things.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like you have to respect people's pronouns.
Yeah.
There's a story about this comedian. He was doing a show, and I guess these 2 lesbians started heckling him.
Yeah, like really bad.
So he went on a rant and started calling like, start talking shit about them being lesbians, and they sued him and won.
Yep.
So Canada is really like all about
Because they don't
Damn.
have because like in Canada, it's not the same here where we have the First Amendment, the right of free speech. They don't have that. You don't have the right of free speech.
You heard that, Canada? You fucking suck.
Yeah.
America. Hold on. Wait, I have a.
Do you have a red tail hawk? There you go.
So anyway, but you're very open minded, Tony. You explain to everybody the trans.
Yes.
So why aren't you open to using Latinx?
I didn't say I wasn't open to using it.
Well, you just kind of like.
Well, that's because that person came out and just started throwing out like I am a cis, whatever gender non-conforming. It's like, all right, like
when you have to describe yourself with that many words,
like I understand you're probably I understand people blur the lines. People like to a lot of like identities float somewhere in the middle. They're not 100% this, 100% that, whatever, which is fine. You know what? You can be whatever you want to be. The issue that I have is that you can't expect me to just acknowledge all 30 of your pronouns. Like, if I don't even know you. Like, just by meeting you, like, I may refer to you as, like, if I refer to someone like, oh, yeah, he's over there, or she's right here, and if they get all offended, like, oh, I'm
how dare
blah,
you?
blah, how dare you? I'm like, motherfucker, whatever you are.
Assume my gender.
Yeah, of course I'm going to assume, because I don't know you. And that's what, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't like about these people. I have no problem if you say, like, hey, my preferred pronoun is Z. All right, well, you know what? I don't even remember, like, names. I'm terrible at names. So I may forget to call you Z. But
So back to Latinx. Do you not like Latinx?
I don't really care. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't really see myself using it because I'm just not used to it. Because I'm just used to, like she said, like, when referring to, like a group of friends, it's mis amigos or mis amigas. I'm just so used to, like, I guess the gender pronouns in Spanish. That and my Spanish isn't even that good. Now you want me to learn new words? Come on.
Yeah, I never liked the Latino term at all. Anyways,
I know I never liked the Latino term at all. I prefer Hispanic.
yeah, I just say
Because I'm a Hispanic,
Not a Latino.
a Latino.
What do you do then? What if they take away Hispanic? They're like, oh, she's a Hispanic. I'm like, fuck. They're a Z-Spanic.
Well, no, because Hispanic isn't necessarily his.
Yeah, I know. It was just a fucking joke.
It was a bad one.
It went over your head.
That was
That's what it
stupid.
is.
Damn.
It's because with you, Mamba, you never know if you really believe it or not. Shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when your wife tells you that you satisfy her. For some reason, you believe it.
You're like, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you probably wake up feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, we were arguing about this before. She has no reference about what sex is.
She has no frame of reference.
So
I mean, it's obviously.
she was like, maybe sex is always this boring and bland.
But I mean, it's obviously that easy to believe because you believed all the girls that told you fucking satisfy them.
Oh.
Touche. The problem is, I don't care if they're satisfied.
The point is, I got mine.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think it's silly, but
I don't have a problem using it. I mean, whatever. And people want to use it, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. I mean, language is always forever changing. It's always evolving.
yeah.
So just adding this to the mix doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's always evolving. It's always changing. There's always new words, whatever.
I guess the problem, it came off kind of pretentious. Like, why do we use this term? Oh, we're taking down the patriarchy. It's like, all right, bitch.
First
chill.
of all, yeah, you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
One word is not going to change the patriarchy.
I guess
And I don't think we have a patriarchy. I think in some things maybe, in some ways we do, but I think that the feminists blow that out of proportion a lot. Like the whole patriarchy, like.
So you know what I like about Mexico is that there is a patriarchy.
And they don't give a
Everything
fuck.
is so patriarchal. Like, when you're in Mexico, if you're a guy, you live like a king.
And if you're a female,
I mean, you just gotta do stuff for the guys. I mean, that's just how they're raised.
okay. And
What's funny is that when we got to, we were staying at my uncle's house, and it was me, my brother, of course, and his wife Janet. So we're all staying there with my cousin, who's a guy, and he has a sister. and it's my aunt and one of my other aunts. So I guess whenever like they would make food, like they would kind of like ask my brother's wife to like kind of go help.
Yeah.
But
And
like
she was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, at first she was like, okay. I mean, she did it because she's not gonna say no. She doesn't really mind. But it's just funny how they not once did they ask my brother or myself to like, hey, can you help us
In the
with
kitchen.
this?
It's
Like,
just the women.
it's just like, and she didn't
Like
really,
it's her job to help.
but she didn't really say like, oh, help us. She just said like, oh, do you want to like, kind of like, hey, we're gonna go cook. Do you want to come help, or do you want to come to the kitchen and make this, or
Leave the men to their business.
exactly?
I guess
Leave the grown men to talk.
yeah, I guess it's the same thing because it's just my grandparents, my grandfather and grandfather, and my grandmother really does. She does all the cooking. She does a majority of the cleaning. So my mom, she came to Mexico, and after we ate, my mom was like, "Wash your dish," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna put it in the sink so I could give my grandmother, I could give her something to do later. Because she's not gonna have anything to do. If I washed all my dishes,
She'd have nothing.
what would she do? She would be bored.
Oh my god! Now you're choking, Tony.
Oh man, that was funny.
If I didn't give her my clothes to wash, she'd probably just sit there and twiddle her fucking thumbs. So I'm doing her a favor. I'm giving her meaning to life.
Then it's like all my aunts, they're pretty much like yeah, they'll wait on you like hand and foot. Like whenever I go visit my aunt or my aunt's gonna visit, like they'll always cook for me. They'll like wash the dishes. They'll do everything. I remember one time it was two of my aunts, which is even better. Like the more aunts I have in my house, like it's like they gotta like fight over who's gonna like do stuff for me. It's amazing. So I had two of my aunts there, and I just got home from work, and they're like, "Oh, you know, like," and my mom's telling me like, I think my mom started talking to me about something, just something about like that I needed to do, like, oh, like this weekend we're gonna do this or whatever, and I guess my aunt was like kind of like irked. He's like, oh, he just got home, like let him, you know, he needs to eat first before you start like whatever. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I go sit down. And like mine's like, oh, you know, what do you want to eat? Like I made this, I made that. My other aunt's like, oh, I made this. So like they're all like competing for my attention. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'll have everything. So like they serve me my plate, and I ate. they're all talking to me about stuff. So I finished eating, and my mom's like, oh, you know, like, you know, clear your plate because you know, like other people are gonna come visit, they're gonna come and eat whatever. So as I get up and I'm about to put the plate in the sink, my aunts got like mad. They're like, how dare you let him wash his own dish? My mom was like, he can wash his own fucking dish. And my aunt's like, no. And like, they would not let me wash that dish.
Oh.
I was like, man, I wish my aunts could stay there forever.
And what about like?
But my mom is not having any of that.
She's Americanized.
She is like, you need to do your own shit, wash your dishes, and why isn't that clean?
You better start using Latinx.
But yeah. So out of all, my mom has like 4 sisters, and they're all the same. They're all about waiting, you know, on the men hand and foot. And of course, my mom's the only one, the only rebel. I couldn't get one of the other 4. But
That's
you know,
hilarious.
Guess you play the hand you're dealt.
All right, sounds great.
Do you want to get to the next?
I know,
That's it.
email?
That's
Oh,
it. That's it. We're done with his
okay.
emails.
We're done with the podcast. We can
I know.
close it out.
So
Yeah.
I guess we could continue talking.
Like
about,
us on Facebook, facebook.com,
we could continue
SoundCloud.
talking about the wedding.
So I thought we were talking about like because when did you get to Mexico? You got there Wednesday, right?
I got there Wednesday.
Okay. So I got there on the Saturday before. So I got there like a full week before. And I went to Durango to stay with like my uncle and my aunt, which on my dad's side. And I don't know, like it's a lot nicer than I remember it. 'Cause I hadn't been there like so long, since I was like a kid. So I expected a very dilapidated, rundown, like rural area.
Are you from a big city or a small pueblo or like a ranch? Like where?
It's actually kind of like, imagine Cicero.
Okay,
It's like right by
a big city.
big city, yes. Because like Durango City, like my cousin took us there a few times, just like maybe like a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
And there's like it's kind of like downtown Leon.
Okay.
It's pretty modernized. There's a lot of buildings. There's a lot of people. There's stores. There's everything. And then where my cousin lives, it's a little bit like, it looks more rural, more like a little suburb.
Right.
So that's where we stayed. And no, but it was a lot of fun. I went to a baseball game because you know how much I love baseball. I'm like a baseball fanatic everywhere I go.
You trying to watch some baseball?
Well, my cousin, she was like, it's like, oh, we should go watch a baseball game because I guess they just built that stadium because Durango just got a baseball team.
So did Leon. They just got a baseball
They
team.
played
too.
Leon actually.
Did they that day?
Yeah, that day.
They
Yeah,
played Los Bravos.
yeah, it did, and it was got into a fight. It was awesome.
Damn.
So I have about
Who were you cheering for?
man, I was conflicted because it was first of all it's baseball, so nobody wins.
Yeah.
But
You guys all just got duped to sit here for 3 hours.
Yep. But I'm trying to think how many ways Mexican baseball is just better than American baseball. Number one, there's cheerleaders.
They had cheerleaders.
They had cheerleaders, and all of them are required to wear tight capri pants that are white.
Ooh.
So, I mean, you can just
Were they attractive at least?
they were very attractive. Like I'm telling you, like, well, Mexico is not really very kind of like over here where you can't be discriminated against.
Yeah,
if you're
it's-
ugly.
it's not inclusive. Like
Yeah, it's not like if you want to be a cheerleader, like okay, yeah, you're hot, you can be one.
Oh.
You're hot, you can be one. You're not, you can go kick rocks, and they can't get sued for that because that's just how they operate. So of course,
They're not as they're not as politically correct.
Yeah, and they said they're not as inclusive. You could, do whatever you want.
yeah. So of course, all the cheerleaders were very attractive.
Oh, you're trying out for cheerleaders? You'd be much better as
The mascot, because
Yeah.
he wears a
Yeah.
head.
Let's try you out for mascot instead. But yeah, they were all very attractive, and so that made it fun. I guess they instead of like just regular beers, they have 40s.
Oh yeah,
So they're just like
that's how it is in like most
Yeah.
Mexico. Though
Are they made out of glass?
they pour it in a cup, don't they?
Oh,
yeah, they are a glass, but they pour in a cup for you.
I was gonna say, give that crowd glass. That's a bad move.
No,
But,
they
uh,
won't do. They won't put it in
yeah.
glass. They're smart.
They know better.
Yeah, they know better than that. But yeah, like they have 40s, and they'll give you like a big ass cup. And
Like a super big gulp.
yeah, instead of a super big gulp, it's fucking beer. And they also had like they have like corn, they have like all sorts of like awesome like Mexican snacks and stuff as concessions. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. They almost got into a fight. A lot of people yelling culero and puto. That's just pretty funny.
What is that for those who don't speak Spanish?
I think culero is more like it means like asshole,
And puto,
and puto's like bitch.
kind of. Except I think they mean more like gay, but like, more vulgar, like faggot.
Yeah, kind of like that. So a lot of those chants, that was fun. So yeah, went to a baseball game, had a gay old time, and then I went to go visit my aunt, who lives maybe like an hour away from there in a more rural area. It's kind of sucked because my cousin had some sweet Wi-Fi.
Oh, so you had to get away from that.
I had to get away from that, and that was another thought.
What did you do in the rural area? Eat and drink.
Yeah, ate, drank. We went to this one place that had a pool, so that was cool. I didn't know Mexico had pools, but yeah, there's pools in Mexico. Food is like ridiculously cheap.
Everything's ridiculous.
Like-
cheap. Well, not everything, but majority
Yeah.
of things.
Like, I mean, compared to like here,
whole-
it's like, man, like we went to like go eat like tacos or whatever, and man, it was just like pennies.
Is that hotel that you had to stay at? Is it always that cheap, or did your
No,
cousin
I
look
got
it up?
no, I got a discount. I get you guys a discount,
Yeah.
I should say,
So why didn't we stay at the hotel you stayed at?
because it's a lot more expensive.
Why
And,
why did you not give us the option to stay there?
I mean, because I don't have the hookup there.
Doesn't matter. How much was it? Like regular price is what, like 130?
At the other hotel?
Yeah,
No, it's not cheaper. I think it was like 100,
a night.
maybe less. Yeah, maybe no, it was like seven. I think it was like
Let's just say it was 100
All right,
let's
let's
say 100 a night. I would pay 100 a night to stay in that hotel. That was like a 5-star hotel.
no, the one that I. Oh, you're talking about mine.
That one, yeah.
Oh
His
no,
room-
mine was
he-
one.
he-
Mine was like 150.
Your room was like a suite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think all they have are suites. Like even like the smallest ones, like a
Even
a
then,
junior
like
suite.
I would have paid that much to stay at that hotel.
That was pretty nice.
But I didn't want to like say hey,
Well, you should have given the option.
because
I
other-
feel like you should
we
just.
have other groomsmen that wouldn't want to pay.
Okay, that's fine, and that's fine. Then you should say like,
You
look,
didn't want to pay for your own room. What the fuck? How would you want to like stay there? Your
Hey,
brother
hey,
wasn't gonna pay
don't
for
you worry about me, okay? Don't you worry
I
about...
offered you your own room. I said, here, you can have your own room. This is, you just pay for it.
I don't want to pay
And-
for that shit.
Exactly.
I think
so,
I think his brother wanted to stay at the hotel across the street because he could have got it for free because of his points.
oh, yeah.
I forgot what hotel.
It was too
Hey,
late.
I was
Yeah.
happy.
It was like a
paying,
Marriott, I think.
I was happy paying $150 for 3 nights. I mean, even though there was one elevator and the vent was missing its casing, so it was it was an exposed
You
fan.
could like sever your finger.
If you reached up. I still liked it. It was,
Yeah,
150.
there was an OXXO within walking distance.
Yeah,
There was a restaurant connected to it.
yeah. I never went in there.
You guys
but
got free breakfast?
Did get free breakfast.
I did get the free breakfast twice.
So I had no problem with it.
Yeah, but I did like your hotel, that 5-star hotel, because they had buy one get one free.
Oh, the drinks.
Okay, so the drinks. I don't know if this is a thorn, but ordering beer was like so fucking confusing. And I think your cousin, the one that lives in Mexico, is the one who like kind of like we needed him to order the beer to get the right amount. So it's really weird because, all right, so over here, let's say you go to a bar and they say, oh, you know what? Beers are buy one get one free. So you say, okay, let me get 2 beers. So then, okay, they'll give you 2 and charge you for 1, right?
Right.
That's how it should work.
Over there, if you order 2, they give you 2, charge you for 2,
Exactly.
but give you
So
they
over
give you
there,
4.
like if I said, let me get 2, oh, they're like, oh, you know, it's buy one get one free. I'm like, okay, let me get 2 beers. It's like, okay, so you want 4? I'm like, no, I just want 2.
So you want 1?
Like, no, so you want 1? No, so you just want 1. And it's like, no, I need 2 of them. Like, okay, I'll bring you 4. I'm like, fuck. So I think I ended up just, I'm like, fine, whatever, just give me 4. So she gave me 4, charged me for 2, whatever.
8 came out. 8 beers came out.
So it's like, if you're not careful, that could exponentially grow to like 64 beers in like less than 10 seconds if you're not careful. So I think your brother-in-law was trying to order some too. He's trying to order. He's like, oh, like dame 2 cervezas. Let me get 2 beers. So she's like, 4 means 4. And he's like, no, 2. And then she's like, okay, so 1. And then he's like, no, 2. He's like, oh, 4. So then that's when your cousin's like, just hold on. And she's like, and your cousin's like, dame una cerveza. And she's like, okay. And she brought him 2. So,
Yeah.
and it was just funny because, like, you think of it like how it is over here. And over there, it was like, we were just confusing the shit out of that girl. That girl was like, the fuck is wrong with these guys?
So basically,
these motherfuckers can't count.
however many beers you're going to order, just divided by 2.
Yes.
You want,
You have to do maths in
Yeah.
order to order beer.
So if you want 8,
which means the more drunk you get, the more mistakes you're going to get.
Exactly. And we get 4 beers.
get 8.
Here comes
You
8.
want 8 beers?
Oh, yes, 8. Oh, you 16? Next thing you know, you're buying 64. I'm telling you.
so I mean, by that time, you're like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, 64 beers is like what? Like $30?
Yeah.
Including tip.
Uh,
But yeah, so that was pretty funny because we're like, she was like, man, this motherfucker's just like,
Stupid.
I'm like, this idiot can't even order beer right.
I have another thorn. So my and Expedia strikes again, by the way.
Oh, fuck Expedia.
Yeah, I'm never going to Expedia again. So this is what happened. I get to my hotel. It's supposed to be all inclusive, right?
Are you talking about the 5-star one?
No.
or on your
On my
honeymoon?
honeymoon.
Okay, this is when you went to
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen. Okay.
Right. It's by Cancun. So I get to my hotel. I rented a car. I get to the airport. I go to the car rental place. They give me a car. I drive to the hotel because I figure, it's cheaper that way instead of having to pay all the transportation and whatnot. So I drive to the hotel, park in the parking lot, whatever. I go check in, and he's like, oh, he's like, okay, well, you have the European package. I'm like, oh, European? That sounds fancy. That sounds good. I like the European package. He's like, all right, well,
How wrong were you?
I was very wrong. Well, because I didn't know I had the European package.
He meant Eastern European package.
Clearly, he
He didn't specify which part of Europe.
he was like, all right, so these are the restaurants. He's like, now, when you go to these restaurants, just, you can always pay for it or order it on or pay it or charge it to your room. And I'm like, wait, what? I was like, dude, this is supposed to be, I was like, I thought this was all inclusive. He's like, oh, well, that's the European package. It's not all inclusive. Like, you pay for your own shit. I'm like, what
God
the
damn
fuck?
Fucking Europeans.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I was like, God
Like,
damn,
can I get the American package? I don't gotta pay for shit. Actually, no. That would be the socialist package.
Yeah.
Let me get the socialist.
That's why I thought European package would be the socialist package because they're socialist.
No, man.
Fuck, they got it all.
They're bigger capitalists than we are, apparently.
Shit. Well, anyway, so they're just cheap as fuck. So I was like, God damn it, and I'm like, no wonder it was so cheap because I only paid for 6 nights, 7 days. I paid $1,000. And I thought it was all inclusive. So it was like $1,000 all inclusive for 7 days. This fucking cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, God damn, like no wonder it was so fucking cheap. God damn it, Expedia, because Expedia said all inclusive. It doesn't tell you that that what you're getting is the European package. That's not all inclusive. Like it says all inclusive resort, so you automatically assume that you're getting an all inclusive package, but you're not because it's a European package. It's retarded.
So what is the all-inclusive package?
All you can eat, all you can drink.
No, I know, but what do they call that?
Nothing.
which
It's just a
country?
regular package, I guess. I don't know. No, they don't have. They don't. It's associated with not a country. It's a continent. They don't associate it to a continent. It's just the European package was. It's just stupid. It was stupid. So that was a thorn. So I was like, fuck. But it worked out in the end because.
So did you have to upgrade?
Well, it was really expensive upgrade. The upgrade was another $600 for me and my wife.
Wait,
It's upgraded.
So it'd be like $1,600
Yeah,
total.
But the thing is, I already like budgeted like a certain amount because we already had to pay because we have to do like excursions and shit. Aside from that, I mean, if I would have known ahead of time, I would have obviously paid for it. But anyway, it worked out at the end because I got like the talking with some of the hotel employees and they hooked it up. They gave me it for 50% off the European package. So it was $300 it was $300 for both. We didn't do it for the whole trip. We only did it for part of the trip. Actually, might have been less. I don't remember how much it was.
So you only
but,
ate for half the day?
Well, no, because like for one day we went to Chichen Itza like all day, so we didn't really eat there. Another day we went to Xcaret all day, so like we weren't even there. So like the days that we were not there at all, I just didn't pay for it because fuck's the point. You know, it's just a waste. But the days that I did, boy, I mean, I ate at all the... Dude, that place has like some of the nicest restaurants. I had sushi. It has, what do you call it? Thai place. It's got Italian, French. For Mamba, it's got burgers, hot dogs.
There you go, Mamba.
Tacos.
Weren't you supposed to like tell me about it and like?
Yeah, I did. I told you I had a price and you never got back to me. For those of you who need a hookup, I got the hookup.
Whenever.
Let you know. Yeah, whenever.
Damn.
I just got to book it. So my hookup, because I wheeled and dealed while I was there. You can get a butler. If you stay for 7 days, you get a transportation. And transportation, a butler, you get your choice of like liquor in your room. Like your choice of like what kind of pillow you want.
What kind of liquor do you want, sir? All of it.
Every kind.
Well, no, they leave a bottle in your room. Like, so if you like vodka, they'll leave you a bottle of vodka. If you like whiskey, they'll leave you a bottle of whiskey. Whatever the case is. Aside from it being all-inclusive. And it is all-inclusive. You don't get the bullshit European package. And you get it for around, like, 50% off, more or less. So you guys want to stay a week. So if it's regularly, like, $3,300, it might be, like, $1,600-ish or so. Something like that. Like, right around there. Like I said, depending on when you want to go and how long you want to stay and which hotel you want to stay at, because it's like a chain, I can hook it up with, like, a good deal. You guys let me know. I got you.
Get Junker over here, hustle over here, slanging.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're gonna try to sell us Herbalife.
Yeah. When I get
You know,
to the fucking
and if you get one of your friends,
Oh, there it is.
that's just fucking.
So what you're saying is when I check into the hotel, like, all right, you're gonna have to go through an 8-hour seminar.
Nah, you don't have to do any of that
So
bullshit.
you, in order for you to get it at that price, you have to get two of your friends
Yeah.
to buy
No,
the
you
same
don't-
package.
And they have to get
two of their
yeah,
friends.
2 of their friends.
No, it's actually not. It's not like that. So you don't have to go through any fucking bullshit at seminar. You just stay. You just enjoy your time there. That's all. But yeah. Anyway, so that was a thorn and a rose because it was. It turned out it worked out in the end, but at the beginning it was like, what the fuck? I don't want to pay for this bullshit. But whatever. It worked out. The hotel was fucking gorgeous. The food was, like I said, fantastic. I got a free massage as well.
When you're married, you better get fucking
Yeah.
free massages.
No, I mean like
Oh, not
a
from your
professional
wife?
massage.
Oh.
Both of us got free massages. It was fantastic. Speaking of the massage, so
Oh, didn't you say a guy massaged you?
yeah, so I think I might be gay, guys. First let me see if you guys think I'm gay.
We already do.
Okay, well, I'll give you maybe more evidence to think
more evidence
to think that,
more evidence to,
or maybe it's not gay. Maybe you guys don't think it's gay. So like, I specifically requested a woman to massage me, because I have sausage fears a little bit like Tony.
But they're Latinx over there.
Yeah.
They don't believe that shit.
So, but they didn't. There were no female masseuses available.
I think there were. They probably just saw you and they didn't want to touch you.
Yeah.
They're like, ugh.
Or they got a guy who identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got this guy massaging me, and it felt really, really good.
You have strong hands?
He did, and that was one of my like prerequisites. I was gonna be like, if he's a man, just make sure he's strong. I need that motherfucker to be stronger than me, like, because I need to know that he's a manly man
Strong everywhere.
everywhere.
Gotcha.
So like, I need to like, when if he's gonna be a man, he needs to be like real man.
Like a man's man.
Yeah, he can't be no like
Needs to be-
soft-handed man, you know. So, but like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I never thought I would ever enjoy another man touching me.
How did you feel at first?
At first, it was weird. Like, man, there's a dude touching me, but then you kind of like
At what point did
forget
you
about it.
start drawing wood?
I mean, after a few seconds,
You just,
like, it just boink, went up
and that's when you
hard as a rock.
Is that when you realize that like,
I may be
fuck,
gay.
I may be gay, and it's too late because I'm already married.
Exactly.
Was it like that scene from War Dogs where the masseuse turns around? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're
Like
recording.
audio?
Yeah, we are.
Are you
I
sure?
just don't know
Can
what
you
happened
check?
to this
Can you
bullshit.
check?
I am. I did check. We're good.
Okay. Was it like that scene from War Dogs where the masseuse turns around and while their back is turned?
Yeah, big hard on.
You dropped your towel. You're like, oops, my towel fell off.
Well, Myra and I shared a room,
Uh,
so that didn't happen. But it was, like I said, it felt really good, really good. So I don't know. Am I gay, guys?
Yeah, you're definitely gay.
yeah, definitely.
Especially since you drew wood.
If you get aroused by a man's touch, then yes.
Yep. If any man touches you and you enjoy it, that makes you gay.
Like,
It's okay though, because it's 2017, so it's all good.
yeah, that's why I'm never gonna hug my son, my future son, because I don't want him enjoying it like some little forget.
Oh my god. What if he is gay?
That's fine.
You
I'm
still
still
love
not
him,
gonna
right?
touch him because I ain't gay.
I don't want him to get the gay on me.
Guys, these are jokes.
These are jokes.
He obviously doesn't.
We
mean
love
that.
I
the
don't
we
feel
love
that
the
way.
gays.
We do love the gays. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I wonder what the difference would have felt like if a chick would have been massaging me.
You wouldn't have gotten hard.
More importantly,
Like Mamba.
did you smash?
Dude, it was my fucking honeymoon. What do you
I don't know.
think?
Maybe she was just like, I'm tired.
No,
The whole trip.
nah, dog. I smashed plenty.
Did you tell her either we smash or I'm a smash?
I didn't have to say that. I don't think I would have said that, but no, I didn't have to.
Did you not? Since it was your honeymoon, did you throw away all abandon and shoot her club up?
I did shoot the club up.
Damn, junkyard. Reckless.
It's first time. Well, it's the first time I ever did it on purpose.
This is the first time. This is the first time it was deliberate.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, shooting a girl's club up is basically.
Can you say it so it doesn't sound vulgar?
Okay.
Why?
I'm gonna use.
I don't know, just-
Can I use the correct term?
Sure, I guess.
Ejaculating inside her uterus.
In the
In her uterus. Well, I mean, you're not really doing it in her uterus.
Oh, I'm.
Do you know how female sexual organs work, Mamba?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm packing, so it's going directly to the source, straight to the uterus. Put a dent in her wall.
So that's when you bust all up in the vagine.
So you did it on purpose this time?
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
You said I'm ready to risk it all.
I am, and there's no point. And she, I asked her if it was, if she was cool with it.
Oh, I
and-
thought you were gonna stealth.
I mean, she
That,
obviously
that
doesn't
was your
care.
opportunity to be like, look, you ask her, hey, is it cool? And if she says yeah,
Then I stealth.
no, you'd be like, okay, it's cool. I'm gonna use a condom anyway. But then you stealth.
Ooh.
So she went from being your cupcake to
No.
your Twinkie.
No, she went from being his toaster strudel
Oh, her toaster strudel
to the Twinkie.
to the Twinkie. There you go.
For those that don't know, Twinkies have cream filling on the inside.
So yeah, it was fucking phenomenal, and I will never go back.
But you're still doing missionary, right?
Straight.
Actually, I think I'm divulging too much of
No, you're
my
not.
honeymoon.
You
and my
did
sexual...
nothing. You did not venture out of missionary.
You've already said
Let's
a lot.
just say that I did venture out of the missionary position.
Oh.
So
Let's just say I had a fucking phenomenal time at my honeymoon. All right.
I wish you could say more.
all right. So this is Junker we're talking about. So obviously he's not very adventurous.
Uh-huh.
So outside of missionary, what's the next most boring sex position?
He was on the bottom this time.
That was probably it. That was like, babe, I'm ready to try something kinky. And she's like getting scared, like, oh man, what's the motherfucker gonna do? And he's like, I want you on top.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, now what? That's it.
Don't move.
Don't
Just
move.
Sit on top.
Just sit on top of him.
Don't move.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
Hey man, you gotta
gotta
baby
start
steps,
slow.
man.
Get the fuck out.
Because then if she moves too much, you get scared,
Yeah.
and then your little wee wee goes down.
You're like, it hurts.
It hurts. Like, it hurts.
You're pelvic.
It hurts. Let's go back to missionary. I mean, since you don't want to divulge, we're gonna just make up.
I'm gonna come up with.
We're gonna come up with scenarios.
You're gonna make up shit anyway. Who gives a fuck? It's more podcast, appropriate way to make stuff up.
I guess.
So anyway, anything else you'd like to?
I don't know. I think we haven't talked about your wedding yet, and we're already like an hour in, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead. Talk
All
about
right.
it.
So we took a shuttle. So it was me, you, and like
It was all the groomsmen.
mainly the groomsmen, and there was
Some people from the hotel.
yeah some people
Because
from
the shuttle picks up at the hotel.
So that was great that you got a shuttle service. That was
Yeah,
very nice of you.
you're
Well,
welcome.
problem.
I figured that was
I started having my doubts because the shuttle driver did not know where he was going. After the ceremony at the church,
It's because that place is hard to find.
yeah, so we drove around longer than expected. But we finally get there, and we go down a long dirt road, and I'm like, where the fuck is this? I was like, my theory of this being in a dirt vacant lot is true.
We're all gonna die.
But then we turn a corner, and it looks like a grotto, almost.
It's
like a villa.
It's
Yeah.
It's rustic looking because there's like it's like stone. It's like a
Yeah.
stone pathway. It's like,
I was like-
a stone building.
I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And then we get inside. Also, they had people at the front door, which I wasn't expecting. Like, there was people checking, like making sure you're legit.
Yeah, make sure no riffraffs because
Yeah.
just walk in all willy nilly. Although before we get to that, I do like how at the church,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that there were rogue photographers.
oh
Right?
yeah,
But I guess it's a thing in Mexico.
it was the church photographer.
Oh, so I guess because Junkyard, you had two photographers, right?
I had one photographer, one videographer.
Okay, so I saw two people with cameras,
Yeah, I saw.
and then I saw a third person. Like I'm like, damn, fucking Junkyard.
Did you have the two younger guys?
Yeah, I had the two young guys.
So who was that fat old guy?
He was the church photographer.
So I first thought I see three people just like with cameras. I'm like, man, Junkyard really went all out. Like there's like three separate people taking pictures of like everything. So I come to find out that I guess one of them is not. He's like a rogue photographer. He's actually like
He's like paparazzi.
He's like paparazzi. He takes pictures
and tries to
and
sell
tries
them
to
to
sell them to you on the spot. Hey man, respect
Gotta
you.
make a
Hustle.
living.
Don't knock his hustle.
Where did he go to get him like printed?
I have no fucking clue. They just do it.
Like, where do you find the time?
They did the same thing at my civil wedding, and I actually ended up purchasing them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't have a photographer for the civil wedding.
But he did something. He didn't sell them himself. He had some younger, semi-attractive girl selling them.
Oh,
yeah.
Right?
'Cause I'm not going to buy pictures off of him.
Yeah.
But off of her.
Yeah, get away from me, you toad.
But off of her, I'm like, I may buy some pictures.
so I will buy anything you're selling me.
I mean, I don't want to be rude.
Oh, I thought she was like an official photographer. I was like, because she was just coming around. She was like, "Fotos, ¿quieres comprar?" I was like, "No, I'm good." And she looked genuinely disappointed that I didn't buy one. So like we get inside, and then it's like this big, what did you call it? What was the word? What would you describe it? Because it wasn't like indoors.
Oh well, it was like part indoors, part outdoors. It was like
it was like a canopy.
kind
Yeah,
of.
there was a
giant
big, there was a big
canopy.
veil over it, and then there was the cool thing. I don't know who. Somebody had the shitty job of hanging candles from the ceiling.
That was my my whatchamacallit, my wedding planner. He's the one that decorated everything.
Oh man, that looked nice. Now I know why you were working 2 jobs. That was a really nice.
All this
setup.
time, we didn't believe you.
You went all off. Like there was a nice little. Wasn't there like a waterfall or some shit?
Yeah. The waterfall was part, but it's part of the place, like the location.
This is like
but
a walkway. You had fucking fireworks.
Yeah, except you gave them to every table except our
We
table.
didn't. You know what? Those weren't ours. It turns out I griped about it to my wife afterwards, and she's like, "We didn't have those."
He's like, hey,
And it turns out one of her friends.
why didn't you give any fireworks to my niggas?
one of her friends brought it, and he only passed them out to like a few people. Like he didn't pass them out to everybody.
A few people.
Yeah.
So it just so happened that it was everyone except our table.
Pretty much. He probably just looked at you guys, and he's like, "I don't like the cut of their jib."
Send me that motherfucker's Facebook.
I'm glad that you sat us all at the same table. I thought we were gonna have to. When I first got there, I thought the bridal party was gonna have to sit next to each other. I was like, I'm gonna get with some bridesmaid. She doesn't speak a lick of English. The fuck am I gonna do for?
Not only that, but like they wanted nothing to do with us.
Yeah, didn't want anything to do.
That was hilarious. So we were taking pictures, and
plus nobody really like. There was no coordination. Like I don't know who I was supposed to walk in with.
Well, the thing is that I had it set up, and I told Myra, and then we just kind of never wrote it down. And then like once it came to that moment, I'm like, well,
nobody told anybody. Anything.
Nobody told anybody in advance. So I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it, just do whatever you want to do.
Not only that, but like
it didn't really matter.
I mean, it didn't really matter. But like when we were walking in, like, aren't they like supposed to hold on to your arm? Or are we supposed to just walk all awkward next to each other, or
they chose
just to walk awkwardly?
Yeah, they chose the latter option.
Yeah. So when we're at your hotel and we're taking pictures, you know how like all the bridesmaids took pictures with the bride, and all of us took pictures with you, and then the photographer's like, all right, now that I took all the pictures individually, like let's get all the pictures of the bridesmaids and the groomsmen together.
Yeah.
And then he asked you like, oh, did you pair them up? And you're like, no. It's like, okay, well then he told the girls like, all right, well just the girls just
pick a guy,
and they were all like, nope. Not one of them moved. They were all like, oh shit. All of us got rejected, like a mass rejection. We're like, oh, well, this is going to be a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
It was an AOE rejection?
It was an AOE.
Oh, yeah, it was there.
Whew, AOE. Like one mass.
One mass.
Nope.
One mass muff.
Got muffed. So I didn't feel too bad. At first I was like, oh, man, I feel kind of bad. But then I'm like, I don't feel bad because every motherfucker here got muffed.
They didn't single you out. They picked everybody.
Yep.
Or they muffed everybody.
So I like that. They were equal opportunity in their muffings.
Yep.
Joke's on them. They lost out on the chance of a green card.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I thought it turned out great. Like the reason we picked our wedding planner was because it was Myra's friend. But we have seen the things that he's done, and we're like, holy shit, like it's really nice. But he gave us a discount because it's Myra's friend. So we're like, well, he's probably gonna half-ass it. He didn't half-ass it.
None of that looked half-assed. Like even like the table.
And that's why we didn't get everything we asked for.
What else did you?
We missed a shop bar. We had a shop bar, and it wasn't just like a regular shop bar. It was like a mixed, like a nice multiple.
I'm glad
that
didn't happen.
You know what? Yeah, because
after we found out that he was we found out like halfway through the party, and we're like, fuck it, everybody's already like halfway drunk.
No, if that shop bar would have been there, I'm pretty sure a couple of us would have passed out.
I probably would have passed out too.
Because I was pretty.
It just happened that the thing is that the wedding planner is from a different part of Mexico. He's from Michoacan. It's only like an hour and a half from Leon, or like 2 hours. But I guess the thing is like they had the liquor for the shop bar. They had it in one of his trailers, and they gave the keys to the trailer to one of his to guys that helped him set up, and they took it back to Michoacan, to the other city, so he couldn't get into the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
So that's what the shop
that
bar
was a blessing.
It was a blessing in disguise, yeah.
You would have had a lot of passed out people on the floor.
Yep.
Especially once that fucking mezcal started flowing.
Oh, that's so. I pointed out in the video. If you guys go on the Facebook and watch a video of Tony doing the battery test, there's a girl. There's a woman in a white t-shirt.
That is a woman.
That is.
I don't care if she's like 19 years old. That is a woman.
Oh. She's 19. She's like 28.
28?
Yeah.
She drinks like she's a sailor.
Yeah.
Smokes like one too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. She talks like one as well.
Yeah. Yep. So the reason why we said this woman was so impressive is because I noticed her at first. She was just on the dance floor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why was I supposed to?
No. I thought she was a groom or a bridesmaid, but she wasn't.
No, because at first, Mamba and I, we were having some smokes, but we were like thinking, we probably shouldn't smoke
Around like let's be considerate. It was outside.
It was technically outside, but you can kind of go off to the by where the stairs were, just kind of off to the side.
But in Mexico, everybody smokes everywhere.
Well, the thing is that we didn't really see anybody else smoking, so we didn't want to just be the first ones. So let's just start puffing here on the table or in the middle of the dance floor type of thing.
Yeah, there's a difference between like smoking around there and just being in a group of people
and just lighting up,
which she was doing.
So next thing you know, after Mama and I go have one, we come back to the table and we see this girl just dancing on the floor with a cigarette in her hand, just puffing away, and a bottle of unmarked clear liquid, which we assumed was mezcal, and we assumed correct. So I guess after, everybody was nice and friendly, and then the bridesmaids came over to talk to us after muffing the shit out of us. She was like, oh, you guys want a drink? Now, this is around the time when we ran out of beer, because apparently we drink all your beer.
And you guys didn't want beer.
How many cases?
I bought 7.
7
cases of 24.
Oh shit!
Because I do remember that.
And I thought at first I was like that might be like, I'm like, some might be left over for Sunday. I was wrong.
Yeah. So okay. Before we get to that girl,
let's get to them running out of beer, because we're tipping the servers all night.
So we get there, and we're ordering our drinks, or mainly just ordering beer from. I guess there were 3 servers, Modelos. But there were 2 servers that were kind of at our table.
Yeah,
kind of
3 different types of Modelos.
There was like an older guy and like a young kid. So I remember I'm like, oh, I should probably tip this kid, because he was pretty attentive, he was cool. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, well, I don't want to tip him 10 pesos here and then 10 pesos there. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna give him
I gave him a 50.
I'm gonna give him a $20 bill, and I hope that he remembers. Man, did that pay off? Because
it wasn't $20 though, right?
Yeah, it was $20.
$20 American dollars.
Yeah, I gave him $20 American dollars. Fuck it.
Okay.
I mean, the whole trip was a lot less expensive than I imagined. So
Well, it's Mexico.
It's Mexico, so I was pretty liquid at that point. Even though it was towards the end of the trip, I'm pretty liquid. So I'm like, all right, you know what?
I took $150 worth out of the bank, which is 3,000 something pesos. Mm-hmm. I was Gucci. I was looking to get rid of these fucking pesos.
So I'm like, fuck, I gave him $20, and I did not have an empty hand the rest of the night. As soon as he saw that I was on my last sip of beer, there would be another one there.
You try to take the bottle out of your hand. I'm like, oh shit, I still gotta finish my beers.
So I guess my brother and one of our other friends was tipping. They tipped the other guy, also pretty much just as much. And man, so they were just they were on it. They just kept. And then at one point we're like, all right, can we get 3 more Modelos? The guy comes back with 6 of them, and he's like, this is all we have left. I'm just going to put them on the table here.
I was like, all of that kind of Modelo? Or
he's like, all the beer.
All the beer left. He's like, this is it. He came, he just came back. He's like, sir, this is all we have left.
So I appreciate the fact that he thought of us when he was looking at the last 6-pack back there. So yeah, that was cool. So that's when we're like, all right, we got to start moving on to the hard stuff. So we started drinking, I think the whiskey and Coke or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when this girl, I guess one of Myra's friends, she came by.
We call her. I gave her the nickname the Amazon
because she's really tall.
Yeah, she's really tall,
wide. Not fat. She's not fat.
She's just
she can kick your ass.
Thick.
Oh yeah, she was a giant of a woman.
Yeah, she's big.
And I just seen Wonder Woman, so I had that image stuck in my head.
So she comes by, and she's like, oh, this is after she was smoking, drinking this bottle of dance. I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, you guys want a drink? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, at first I thought it was, just generic tequila or whatever. I remember Mama took a drink, and he almost immediately puked.
Oh, yeah. I made the mistake of just not. I made the mistake of skipping my tongue and just letting it hit the back of my throat. It touched my tongue. And it just sat in my mouth. And then when I put it down, it immediately wanted to come back up. So I'm like this the whole time. I'm my hand over my mouth. This fucking girl. She sees that I'm struggling. She takes the bottle,
And
tilts her head back,
and starts chugging it.
like if she just won the NBA Finals and she's drinking a fucking Gatorade, just pouring it back, and then she finishes. She looks at me and she just smiles. Doesn't wince. You know how people when they drink a hard liquor they like wince, like, oh, that was rough. She just smiled like it was fucking nothing.
Like it was water.
Like, you chump.
She's the same person that punked Tony the next day
Yeah, but
in that video.
after that, like, I wanted to get to know more about this person. I was like, what the fuck? I'm sure
She's really cool too, by the way.
No, she's cool. Yeah.
She's cool to hang out
Yeah.
with.
She's a blast.
Yeah, she had a great time. I was very impressed with her. I've never seen a woman of her type.
Were you
If
more,
you were single, would you have asked her out?
Well, Junkyard, I'm not single.
But if you were,
I'm very
hypothetically speaking,
happily committed, and I always will be. But hypothetically, if I was single and I saw that girl just chugging mezcal like it was no joke, I may try to muster up the courage to talk to her. And just puffing cigarettes and putting them out in the faces of lesser men. And yes, yes, I would.
it was something.
She seemed like trouble.
and she's actually attractive. Like she's not.
I think what made her more attractive to me was the fact that she had no regard for herself or others around her.
Didn't give a fuck. There was kids dancing.
She was like smoking, blowing it out of my face.
Enjoy your emphysema, twerp.
Yep. So yeah, she was definitely a bright spot in the wedding.
Yeah, the DJ was killing it.
Oh yeah, DJ was great.
And then you have to pay for that, right? Because they had a screen behind them.
Yeah, I paid extra. Okay, so originally I only had one smaller. I had paid for one smaller screen. Okay, it was smaller than the one that we had there, not the double screen because we had one behind them and the one on the bottom.
Yeah,
Made it look like one ginormous screen. Them in the middle, but I had like half that size minus the bottom one. I didn't have the bottom one, so I after hearing about Myra's remember that I talked about this on a previous podcast. Myra's best friend, her brother had a wedding previously, and they stole my idea of the website.
Yeah.
I showed you pictures of that and stuff. So
you were trying to one up everything.
I was one upping them hard as fuck. It turns out it worked quite well because her sister said our wedding was better than her brother's.
Nice.
So that's all I needed to hear. Anyway,
You're like, oh, my job's done here.
Yep. So anyway, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I was like, because I remember one of the things that stood out in the conversation that she told Myra was that, oh, they had such a really big screen and it was really nice and blah, blah. I'm like, my screen's big, but it's not that big. So you know what? Fuck this.
Make it big.
I told Myra, I'm like, we're getting a bigger screen. And I was like, fuck it. I don't care. Get the other screen.
Wait. Just for the screen?
Just for the extra screen.
My
Holy fuck.
And
that was a very impressive screen. Like the quality, the resolution, like it was playing music videos. Like it looked.
Well, I already had a screen originally, but this one just was bigger.
Yeah,
it was like twice the size.
That's what I'm saying. It looked really good.
And so the thing is, originally I wanted two screens. I mean, it was going to be the same size, but I just wanted two of them.
Yeah.
As opposed to just one big one. But I guess my wedding planner was like, you know what? I guess he called Myra earlier that day. When we were at the pictures actually.
Yeah.
And she's like, he was telling me that the screen doesn't look right. It takes up too much space. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I trust him to do whatever the fuck he thinks is right.
Yeah.
Like, just let him do whatever he wants. So the wedding planner's that one actually had them set it up that way. So the one on the bottom and the one on top. So, and when I got there, I was fucking impressed. I was like, holy fuck, like, he did a great job.
Yeah, because like it
looked fantastic.
It looked like it was one screen divided into two with the DJ in the middle.
Right.
I think I have a picture or a video of that, so we should post that too. Give people an idea of like how big and how much better this screen was than
and
the other wedding.
You know what? Take that. Fucking, I'm not naming their names, but you know who you are. They don't listen to this podcast.
Did they
but still.
have people in costumes?
Did they have
too?
the Mad Hatter?
I don't know if they had people in costumes.
You didn't go?
I didn't go.
I think that was a very pleasant surprise. So we're sitting there like...
So check this out. The Mad Hatter, I didn't pick. It's because after we saw him, I was like, what the fuck? I asked Myra the next day, I'm like, did you pick the Mad Hatter? Because I picked Iron Man and the Stormtrooper.
So you're getting ahead. Junkyard had people walking around in costume.
Yeah. It was part of the DJ package. But the Mad Hatter was free, I guess, so they just threw it in.
Oh, nice.
Like the DJ people threw in
So, yeah.
the Mad Hatter. That was nice of them.
We're sitting there, the music's playing, everybody's dancing.
And the first we see a Mad Hatter
Like-
just walking around handing out glow sticks and like those light up sunglasses. We're like, is that a Mad Hatter?
What's he doing?
And then like I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. He's just there dancing with people. Next thing you know, like fucking Iron Man comes out. You see Iron Man with his fucking all suited up, just dancing. We're like, what the fuck? And then Junker's like, oh, just wait. It's not all. I'm like, what? There's more?
Wait
Next
for the
thing you know,
piece de la resistance.
there's a fucking stormtrooper handing out lightsabers.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. But what's even funnier, go through the rejects. The people
Oh.
Yes.
So Myra had sent me pictures of these. Oh, you know what? Here, I think I have them. This obviously won't come up on. Obviously, I'm not gonna post these on Facebook because there's like too many of them. But you guys I can show you guys. But anyway,
Are they
there
funny?
were. Yeah, they're pretty hilarious. There were.
So basically, this DJ package involves characters that you can
people that dress up.
people that dress up as certain characters and they just go to your they just like kind of like dance with the guests and stuff like that, right? Is that what they
Yeah, that's correct.
technically what they do? So you get to pick what type of characters you want, and they have pictures of like from an album. You can pick like if you want Spider-Man, you want the Batman, and this is what they look like, and you can pick them, whatever. So let's go through some of the rejects.
Hopefully he finds them.
Yeah, so I guess some of them were. I had a couple of options. I had a Power Ranger, which was an option because he was wearing a helmet, obviously. I had a Superman, and I love Superman. I am the biggest Superman fan.
What was the problem with Superman?
He looked Mexican as fuck.
He looked too Mexican.
And I'm like, nope, my Superman's got to be a white boy, like tall, hulking white boy. Oh, I
Is
think
that
these are
them?
it. Yeah, these are my choices.
Oh, look, pick the mask. Let me see the mask. That's terrifying.
It's pretty scary actually.
Oh, that would have scared people away.
Look,
shit,
there's the
why
Mad
didn't you
Hatter.
There's the Mad Hatter.
Why did you pick little? There's a midget Beetlejuice.
Because I don't want Midget Beetlejuice. Let's see what else we got. here.
Who's that wizard guy?
I don't know. These two motherfuckers, whoever they
Oh,
are.
that would have been great. Why didn't you pick those?
I don't know, because we only got two of them. We got the Mad Hatter for free. Oh, there's the
Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper here. Hold on. So yeah, here's the Beetlejuice guys. Bunch of Beetlejuices. There's a Joker, and Harley Quinn, Marge Simpson.
That would have been hilarious.
But why just Marge though?
I don't know.
That wouldn't have made any sense.
There's Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper, obviously, which is what was my priority. That's the only person I really wanted was a Stormtrooper.
You really wanted a
I
Stormtrooper?
really want a Stormtrooper. Oh, look at these motherfuckers. Look at that Batman. Don't tell me that's not
He
Mexican
looks
ass
way
Batman.
too Mexican.
Mexican ass fucking Superman. Mexican ass Wonder Woman.
That Wonder Woman is super sexy though.
Uh,
And Black Widow.
so these were my final picks were obviously Stormtrooper was hands down. I had to have the Stormtrooper. It was between Spider-Man and Iron Man because this Ant-Man looked kind of like his helmet's
What
too
are you
big.
talking about? That Ant-Man costume is pretty legit.
And then the Captain America, I want real Captain America, not like Captain Mexico dressed up as Captain
you don't
America.
want Captain Mexico dressed up as Captain America.
Right. So it was between Spider-Man and Iron Man. This is the other Spider-Man. But I'm like, I might get a fat Spider-Man. I don't want to
that's
risk
true.
it. Oh, and the Power Ranger, but Power Ranger I felt was like, whatever. So yes, it was Iron Man and Stormtrooper.
That Batman looks like he got.
Oh, and I had wrestlers too, or I had the choice of wrestlers.
Oh, that would have been.
That was quite kind of.
That
cool.
would have been pretty good.
Oh, here's the Mexican Superman. And look at this Batman, weak ass Batman. So yeah. Oh, Deadpool. But he looked. I mean, he didn't look like really cool.
Yeah,
I didn't think
it
it was that
doesn't
cool
look
looking.
that-
So
Click on that Wonder Woman one. Oh. Ooh.
You should have definitely had Wonder Woman.
I mean, I don't know. I think I think I did okay with Iron Man.
Yeah, it was good.
No, it was good. We're just nitpicking at this point. Since we have no real gripes about the wedding, we're just nitpicking.
But I had a great time. I got fucked up.
I really fucked up. I think what helped me was that I ate like everything they served.
Dude, the food was fantastic.
I've never had dolphin before.
It wasn't dolphin. It was marlin.
Is that the same shit?
No, it's not the
Same
same shit.
species.
Did you eat the marlin?
Yeah, I know.
Did you like it? Because I know you're not like a big fish person.
It didn't taste like fish.
It's because it was dolphin.
It was marlin.
It was a mammal.
It was Flipper.
No, but it didn't have a fishy. Like I didn't even notice.
So the main, or the entree, or not the entree, the appetizer, I guess, was what's they call it dobladas de marlin, which just means folded marlin, but it's really like tacos, like marlin tacos with a like sauce on it.
Yeah.
And then
That shit was fucking good.
and the main course was a fillet,
That
piece of steak
I also
over asparagus, puff pastry, and like a 7 chili salsa,
I destroyed that.
and skewered shrimp right on top of it,
Yep.
bacon wrap shrimp.
That got smashed.
And then there had two choices for desserts. It
I
was
smashed one of each.
a
Like a low
not decomposed,
decomposed.
what?
not decomposed, deconstructed cheesecake and a soft chocolate tart.
Yeah,
I had the cheesecake.
I smashed all. I had one of each. And then you had the little candy table
Oh yeah, and the candy table
with like all the Mexican candy. That was great.
and the cake we never cut till the day after. But yeah. But the food I took a lot of pride in because I picked it out.
What other options did they have?
They had a lot of options because it's like a gourmet style like place. Like they're known for their food.
What made you? Did you try any of that food before you?
Yeah, I tried all of it.
Oh, so you
I knew what we were getting.
So you tried the marlin? Like this is
Yeah,
fucking good.
fuck yeah.
What made you try the marlin? Like I'd be trying the marlin.
Because I looked at all the options and I just picked out what to me stood out and like I thought would taste the best. So I chose shrimp bisque, the marlin tacos. Oh, and Myra, the only thing Myra chose in this whole food part of it was a soup. It was a cream of rajas,
A soup.
cream of like chili basically. And so the first thing they gave us was the bisque, and I'm like, it tastes too shrimpy. Like it was really strong.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
like when it's fresh seafood, it usually doesn't taste like seafood. But it tasted really strong of shrimp, and I'm like, nah, no good. And then they gave us that other soup, and I'm like, it's all right. I mean, it's not bad. It's just basic. It's soup. It tastes like cream of mushroom, but it's chili. And then they gave us the fucking marlin tacos.
And you're like, we have a winner.
Yep. I was like, fuck everything else. This is it. This is the winner.
You know what was Tony's favorite part of the meal? Was the
Onion bread.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't pick
fucking
that. That was
onion
just
bread.
that's just home bread, like home style or homemade
Home
bread or
bread.
whatever.
Was it just like a palate
That
cleanser?
thing's just
No, it's just like bread that they
a
give you.
fucking palate destroyer.
I didn't pick that. That was
I'm so glad. I was about to take a bite into it because it was like really soft. I'm like, oh, and I was just about to, and then I think
Tarak loved it. Tarak
oh
said
yeah,
it was fucking fantastic.
I think it was my brother's wife Janet, because she hates onion too, and I think she pointed out, she's like, that has onion in it, and I was like, what? And then I opened it up. It was like a giant sliver of
It was
onion.
like a spider web
It's like, man, I was about
of onion.
to put that in my mouth.
It sounded like you were about to put a dick in your mouth.
You know
That
what?
would've
If
been
I had a
just
choice,
as bad.
if I had to pick one, I would probably go with the P9.
I ate mine. It wasn't bad.
So yeah, and then my other choices for the entrees were the fillet, arrachera, over something else. There's another piece of meat, like over something else. I forgot what it was. And then pibil. It was chicken pibil. So it's basically like chicken, like shredded chicken, wrapped inside of like some sort of leaf. That one was really, really, really sweet. I don't like that one. Then the other arrachera was, I mean, it was good. I just that fucking 7 sauce salsa won the fucking game. So that's why I picked that. And then they let us have 2 desserts because I picked 3. The third one was a panna cotta, and I thought it was okay. So we just chose the other two desserts.
It was good. Yeah, it was a pretty good wedding all around. I had a gale.
I had a fucking fantastic time. I didn't want to get drunk, and I did.
Yeah, you were like.
I like how easily I caught that garter belt. I didn't even try, because for those that don't know, Mexicans are usually shorter than other men in the
It's
world.
because they're more malnourished.
So when Junkyard threw the garter belt, like I was standing in the middle, like dead center, and all I did was just have my hand up. And of course, like my wingspan is about a good 6-7 inches from the next tallest Mexican there. So by default, I think he came right to me. Didn't have to try.
The first time I threw it, and it like landed short or some shit.
Yeah, it just kind of like flopped in front of like there was like in front of the whole crowd. They're like, "What? Store it again." So
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
what
you
the
couldn't
fuck?
throw it too high because it would have fucking.
Yeah, it would hit the candles.
Yeah.
That's why it flopped the first time.
It would have.
And I was already pretty buzzed by that time too.
Yeah, man, you were a ball. Like I've never seen you. You have never been that enjoyable to be around.
ever.
Like you left for a while, made your rounds, thanked everybody. You came back, and you were just like cool.
Like I think at one point we were actually fighting over who was your friend, like who liked you more at that point.
Like you were more you were concerned about people having a good time. You're like, what do you guys want? What you? People are like, oh, we want ask the DJ for this song. I got you. What? Which one of these bitches you want? I'll go grab one of them right now and bring them to you.
And I did
Yeah.
for Alejandro.
Yeah, you made it happen.
did deliver.
And not only Alejandro, I got one for our boy Dr. Cologne.
Yeah, you were like, you guys having a good time? What do you guys want? Like you were down. You like if we asked for anything, you were like right away. I'll be
I like
back.
how you talking about, like, you know, there were all the girls were dancing and you come over, you're like, hey, it's like, what do you guys want? Anything you want, I got you. And I guess you were talking to the girls, and I guess some was Alejandro was like, I'll have a beer. It's like, what? So yeah, but yeah,
But that changed, and then the next day you just went back to being.
The next day I was hungover hard as
You
fuck.
went back
The
to
next day
being
I
a-
was not in the mood for anything. I was hungover. I felt like I was gonna throw up.
You went back to being a big old cunt.
a
Thanks.
big old see you next Tuesday.
Thanks.
And the party that your mom threw. First of all, your mom's house is really nice.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
like
It's
it's
like
like,
a-
a 3-story house.
She just remodeled it recently. That's why.
So we took an Uber from the hotel to Junkyard's mom house, and on the way there, the neighborhood started to get a little rough. It was, it wasn't all great to look at. I was like, where the fuck are we going? And then we pull up. It was me and two of our other friends, and we get out, and we're like, where the fuck is this house? And then we look at it, and outside, it looks just like a 3-story building. And like, is that it? So we go up, and then your mom opens. She sees us. She opens the gate. We get inside. It's just like it looks like a house that could be on Cribs. She's like, yeah, they're upstairs on the 3rd floor. I'm like, 3rd floor. Walk all the way up there. You have like a nice balcony. You could see. Then you had a bunch of taco ladies.
2 taco ladies. It was one technically, like, they work together.
There's 3 of them.
There are 3 ladies?
Yeah, 3
Oh.
ladies.
Oh.
And then you had you had liquor on the 3rd floor, and then at the 1st floor you had a bunch of liquor. I remember that's why Rudy got so drunk, because he thought like, oh, we'll finish the rest of this bottle and we'll be done. Every time he went up there, there was another bottle of tequila.
yeah, somehow like
You guys got like top Costco brand tequila
Like,
that
It
never
wasn't
ran out.
Costco brand.
What I'm saying is it came in bulk.
Well, because it was part of it was whatever was left over in the wedding too, because there was a lot of liquor left over, which is why I thought beer was going to be left over, but obviously I was wrong about that.
very wrong.
But it's okay because they had beer at the party too. Because they traded. Because my cousin, the groomsman, he bought a box of tequila and we didn't even like touch it, so he went back and exchanged it for beer for Sunday.
Ooh,
So yeah,
got a lot of beer for that.
he did. Because tequila is more expensive than beer.
I didn't know that you could do that. You could just exchange.
So this is the thing. So this is what's fucking fantastic. So the liquor I bought, right? I bought like a set amount. If you don't drink it, if it stays closed, you can return it and they'll return you a portion of your money.
Oh.
So you can buy, like, say I buy 6 boxes and I only use 2, I can return the other 4. Bam, here's what you paid for those 4. So it's kind of like,
you only pay for what you drink
yeah,
or what you keep.
right.
Nice.
So yeah, as far as like the liquor goes, we got money back for that. Well, hold on a second, I haven't seen that money yet.
Oh.
So Myra got money back for that, which
Oh,
she stiffened me.
That would've-
she's already stiffing you.
could have gave us one of those bottles to go. Because after we got on the shuttle and got back to the hotel, everybody that I was in the shuttle with was just like the groomsmen. They went inside and I thought they were going to go to sleep. I was smoking a cigarette. I put it out and I go in. They're negotiating with this lady at the bar about buying a bottle.
Yeah.
Our buddy Turok was like trying to get her.
But that was the night of the wedding, right?
Yeah, he was trying like 3:00 in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, how much would you sell me for that bottle of Jack D?" It's like, go to bed. Shit.
he was trying to buy that bottle of Jack.
Yeah, that wedding ended at 2:30. You guys probably got home at like 3:30.
Yeah. I'm glad she didn't sell him that bottle.
That would have been a rough night for all of us if she sold in that bottle.
But yeah, the party after, your mom had taco ladies. Your mom's like a great host. It's pretty funny. She was like, eat, eat. And I was like, okay. So I go upstairs. I go to get some tacos.
Do you like it? Do you like the part when you went up there and you just tell them how many you want,
Uh-huh.
and you said, "Let me get 4," and she only gave you 3, and you're like, "Yeah, she's probably right."
They stiffed you again?
No, did they? I don't remember.
Oh, that happened the last time.
No,
Yeah.
that usually happens. So usually they look at you like, "Nah, you only need 3."
But your mom, she did like, I guess she was behind me as I was ordering. I was like, yeah, let me get 2 steak tacos. And she was like, you only get steak. And I was like, oh shit, because she kind of scared me. She was like, try something else. I'm like, okay. She's like, what do you want? And I was like, just surprise me. And she gave me chicharrones.
Yeah, chicharrón. Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? I think it was pork. Might have been pork. They were good. They were fire. They were delicious. She was just so angry. She was like, why do you only get steak?
Chicharrón in Mexico is the fucking best. There's chicharrón and there's chicharrón prensado, which is probably what you had, which is like pork. It's fucking fantastic. That's like what I usually get when I'm out there.
It's like pork rinds, right?
Yeah. One of them, well, chicharrón duro, which is just like pork rinds, and there's prensado, which is like chunks of pork.
That's what I had.
It was fucking phenomenal.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
And I thought it was just going to be easy going thing, the after party. But everybody started going hard, like drinking tequila and squirt like it was going out of style.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they normally drink in Mexico, though.
Because what happened was that we wanted to just finish the bottle, but every time we finished it, your brother-in-law just how magically conjured up another bottle, and he kept doing that till like 3 a.m. Every time we're like, oh, we need another bottle, he'd go get one. Like, oh, we're out of squirt. He'd go get another bottle of squirt. I don't know how.
He's like, there has to be a bottle of squirt somewhere around here.
And sure enough, he would produce.
How'd you decide to go home?
How did we decide to go home?
Yeah.
The last of the people that were staying there were going to sleep, so we kind of had to leave.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Angel, right? He said you guys could stay here until I go to bed.
Yeah, Angel's like, you guys could stay here till I go to bed, and then
he went to bed.
I guess he didn't think he was gonna be that long. He's like, all right, I'm going to bed. It's like almost 4. Like, all right, I guess we're leaving. And that's when we left.
Well, you guys' flight wasn't until 5 the next day, so you were good.
Yeah, we were good. It's just that it was probably better because my brother was fucked up. If he would have stayed, he probably would have threw up at your mom's house. So it's probably good that we left.
Yeah.
I
left early.
I get to the hotel, and I immediately got to, drop a big one. Mm-hmm. So I go in the bathroom, sit down. I'm like, got my phone out, about to start my business, and all of a sudden, as I hear Rudy like dry heaving, like I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, fuck. And then I guess Janet knocked on the door. He's like, hey, are you I'm like, yeah, I'm in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, okay. I'm like, fuck. And I hear he sounds like he's like dry heaving. I'm like, fuck, he's like gonna throw up. I'm like, all right, well, maybe he can just hold it for like 5 minutes till I finish. 3 seconds later, I hear I'm like, shit. But I didn't hear his wife panic. So I'm assuming that she got him to a trash can, which she did.
Oh, did you hear calamari being thrown?
I heard it sounded like a bucket of raw calamari being thrown off a second-story window onto a wet street. Just the splatters and that is what it sounded like.
But you managed to get him into a garbage
Yeah,
can?
because I was like, man, if she would have freaked out, I would have okay, he's probably thrown up all over the floor or something. But he was dry heaving and she was calm as a cucumber. So I'm like, oh, okay.
She was like, I've done this before.
I'm like, yeah. She looked like she was a veteran. This was not her first rodeo. It was just business as usual.
That kind of reminds me of last year when me, Janet, and Rudy went to a wedding in Key West, and I got so drunk. I went to the water. We shared a room. I went to the washroom, and I was hunched over the toilet puking. And then your brother bunts in. He's like, I got to take a shit. Are you done? And I was too weak to move, so I just sat in the corner while your brother popped popped the squat and shit.
Oh,
I was like, I just puked my brains out. I wasn't getting up. I was like, just shit, man.
Oh, fuck.
So I had to get off the toilet and just sit there while I took a dump.
I was surprised you lived through that.
I was unconscious.
You probably did you throw up again after smelling that?
No, my senses were done.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's enough about the wedding. But I'm glad you guys had a great time.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome back.
Long story short, your wedding exceeded my expectations.
It was awesome. It definitely
I would like to go back to Leon.
You can. Especially like if there's not have family, like if as much family is going last time, we have enough room.
Like if you go to your mom's house and stay there, I would go.
Let's go.
The weather was like impeccable.
Set it up.
Like when it would rain, like it would be warm, but if it rained, it would be a nice cool breeze.
Yeah, it's usually pretty. It's very
There's like no
fair
humidity.
climate. It's not. No, yeah, it's dry. It's nice for the most part. That one's pretty like middle.
It was cheap
middle of
as
the road.
fuck.
Because Monterrey gets cool. I know it gets pretty cool.
Well, not when I was there. There was no relief from the heat.
And then like if you go to the beach areas, it's fucking humid as fuck and hot.
That place that we went to eat after we went walking down and looking at the architecture, it was pretty nice. I liked it.
Leon is a nice city. I mean, overall, I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. And it's one of the safer cities in Mexico, so you don't have to worry about getting beheaded or anything or hung off a bridge.
I mean, if you want to get like the full Mexican experience, you have to look for stuff like that.
I guess Monterrey's not like that.
You got to go to Juarez and see like
Yeah,
dead bodies litter the street.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, all right, let's go. Let's get to Tony's segment. Oh shit! What happened?
Wait, what segment is this?
His only segment.
Not fun facts.
Okay.
Ooh, not fun facts. Not fun facts. These facts are never fun. Not fun for anyone. Not fun facts.
All right. So, quick, not fun fact. There was a social network called Faxbook. You guys ever heard of it?
Nope.
Can you guys guess?
No.
Can you guys guess what Faxbook is?
It's like Facebook, but with faxing.
Exactly. So Faxbook is a paper-based alternative to Facebook.
What the fuck?
Incurred over 65 million in fines for gross paper wastage. The network relied on fax machines to share pictures and message friends. An average user consumed up to 4 tons of paper a year before the service was shut down. So,
So how did this work?
okay, so basically, if you go to faxbook.org, they still have like the original like application. So what it is like it's this sheet of paper, has a little like box that says paste your photo here. You put your Faxbook user number, which is your fax number, your fax back, your alias or your name, country, your likes, dislikes, who you would like to network with, and you complete it and you fax it to this number, and I guess they compile all the users, and then from there like they start like they kind of form the network. So if you ever want to message a friend through Faxbook, you have to send them. You have to fax. You have to fax that number, telling him you're faxing or you're messaging this friend, tell him this, and then
That sounds very tedious.
exactly. But this was a thing.
How much paper would an average consumer?
4 tons
4 tons of paper
a year,
Oh, so there was
Why?
idiots.
Why were there so many people using
and
this?
that's not including the toner that you'd go through.
Oh my god.
It was a thing. People,
When was this? When did this
This
happen?
was years ago. I saw it. It was on a podcast too. They were talking about it, about the guy that created it.
Was it before or after Facebook?
This was like during Facebook, like during like I guess their heyday.
Was this?
It was like just like a thing. It didn't last very long, but
Obviously.
Did they not know you
Stupid.
could easily send shit with email?
no,
Why one of these you do email book?
Yeah, email book.
I don't know. People, I guess they wanted to find some use for their fax machines. So yeah, that was the thing. It was funny. Like, can you imagine like trying to send a dick pic to a girl?
And you gotta send it to.
You gotta like fax it.
And if somebody else like if it's your work fax machine, and it's like, whose dick pic is this?
It's all like, and you know, like fax machines are notorious for shit quality.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like trying to get a good dick pic?
It'd be all like black.
It'll be all like fucking distorted.
Yeah. What if they shorten it? It's just like, oh, is that
It
what
gets
you
cut
did?
off.
Oh yeah, what if like you could take a roll of paper?
Uh.
What if like you meet this girl on Faxbook, and you're hitting it off, and she's like all into you, you're all into her, and you're ready to take the relationship to the next level.
You ready to send that risky fax?
And she's like, "Can you fax me a picture of your dick?" So you send her a full picture to scale because you know you like her. You don't want to like exaggerate.
And you can use a whole sheet of paper.
So use a whole sheet of paper for your one picture of your junk, and then it's a roller. So as it's printing, it gets caught. So it's just starts printing over the same spot for about 5 or 6 times, and then the rest of it comes out. So your dick gets shortened by like 3 inches. Next thing you know,
And it's only 3 inches long, so
exactly. Next thing you know, she stops returning your faxes.
Yeah. Or she send the fax back that says delete my fax number.
Delete my fax. or you get a fax back saying red.
Yeah, red. Oh.
New fax. Who this?
So yeah, that's horrible. Sounds like a horrible idea.
It was.
That is a not fun. It sounds like it's not fun at all.
That definitely not.
All right, let's get ahead and get to everybody's favorite segment.
Oh God.
Wait, we skipped one.
No, we're gonna do that after.
We should have done it first because this is gonna take forever.
No, it's not. So today's not MMA segment is about Conor McGregor
About how you were wrong.
versus Floyd Mayweather. It hasn't happened yet, so
About how
technically I'm not wrong yet.
you put your foot in your mouth.
So
You are eating crow.
So what makes me upset about this fight, other than being really fucking stupid,
How about what should upset you was being really fucking wrong?
because it's stupid. Who the
It's never
fuck?
gonna- It's never gonna happen.
You know who broke that
They would
news?
never do it.
Was our buddy Bernard. He broke that news.
He didn't really break it because
Yeah.
it wasn't even confirmed yet when he posted it. It was
He
just
broke it. He
speculation.
He broke it.
He didn't break it.
He broke it.
He was posting some fake ass news site.
And then would you say, "Oh, that's not a true source"?
It's
or
not a
something?
reliable source
Yeah.
because it wasn't.
Do you remember when we first started talking about it? You're like, that would never happen.
It's like
That
saying
would never. Wait. That would never happen.
it's like posting.
Wait.
It's like
Yeah.
posting an article from the National Enquirer that said aliens have landed, and then like a day later aliens actually land. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
don't you
that
feel
it's
stupid?
no.
You feel like an idiot.
I would feel like the dumbest motherfucker
Yeah.
in the world.
Because I remember, if we go back to the timeline, when we first started talking about this, we're like, oh yeah, like, what if like Conor McGregor fights Mayweather?
That would never happen. That.
Because there were a lot of
never.
Never. Next thing you know, it started picking up steam. Like, oh look, it's picking up steam. Like people are talking about it.
Ah, it would never happen. Never. Yeah.
Hey, look, Conor McGregor got his boxing license from like Nevada or whatever.
No, from L.A.
from LA.
or
Ah,
California. I should
That
say.
doesn't mean anything. That'll never
Well, it
happen.
doesn't mean anything. He's
That'll
fighting in
never
Nevada.
happen.
Hey, look, Mayweather says he's open to the idea.
That'll never happen. Never.
Next thing you know, like, oh,
Well, no, he was like, the UFC won't allow it.
yep.
Dana White is cool with it. Starts
It'll
negotiating.
still never happen. It's still not gonna happen. Oh look, they set a date. Well, it's gonna be stupid. Well, and that was the turning point. That is when Junkyard started eating crow.
It's still a stupid ass fight.
That's fine.
But it's happening.
It still hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
I will eat crow when they actually get in the ring and fight.
Oh.
Because you never know. One might get hurt. They might push it back. Things happen. Look
Fair enough.
at last week. Valentina Shevchenko versus Amanda Nunes. Day of the fight, she goes to the hospital and they don't fight. Shit like that happens all the time. Mm-hmm. You never know. One of them might go to the hospital
Yep.
and that fight
You're
might
right.
not
That was
happen.
that was a great MMA minute. Moving on.
Hold on. Anyway, this fight's stupid. And the reason I bring this up, actually, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because of Mamba. I'm not going to go into details why.
That's okay. You can
But-
bring it up.
okay.
I was going to use it as my gripe. I'll do it. I'll do it right now. The reason why I have a gripe about this fight is because my girlfriend, who I love very dearly and is like a very important person to me, sometimes says some ridiculous ass shit. And one of the things she said, so I remember once she asked, this was like months ago when they were still talking about it. She was like, oh, what do you think about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather? Because I think it was a night we watched Johanna fight. Where she came, the fight when she came over here and watched it.
Yeah.
So we were on the drive home. She was asking me about UFC and boxing and everything. So I told her what I know. I'm not an expert on these things, but I feel like I know a decent amount. And I told her all this stuff. Well, fast forward to now. Now it's official. I guess her brother is a big Conor McGregor fan. So now my girlfriend is like, yeah, McGregor's going to win. My brother says so. And now their mom agrees the same way. So apparently, I'm an idiot because I say Floyd Mayweather is going to win. And I don't even like Floyd Mayweather.
Because you know things.
Because
just because her brother said.
Just because her brother.
The whole family's behind
She was
it.
like, yeah, he loves Conor McGregor. I was like, does he watch any other UFC fights? She's like, yeah. I don't think that was a sincere answer. So anyways, I am trolling now, and I want Floyd Mayweather to win. I don't even like Floyd Mayweather, but I know he's gonna win.
So here's the thing. So people keep harping oh, Conor's gonna knock him out. Come on, dude. All right, can it happen? Yes, it can happen. Anything can happen in the sport, in any combat sport, but the odds of it happening are extremely, extremely, extremely low. We're talking about possibly the best defensive boxer of all time, one of the best boxers of all time, and
who has fought other very.
Yeah. So here
That's debatable.
I pulled up. No, hold on here. I pulled up some stats here. For those,
yeah, you got
those haters.
Whoa, don't give us no fucking numbers.
For those dumb fuckers.
For those who can't see, which is everybody,
Junkyard
just pulled up an Excel spreadsheet
about how Mayweather's gonna win.
I'm gonna go back to Mayweather's fight in 2007 against Oscar De La Hoya. This is Oscar De La Hoya's record when he fought Mayweather. 38-4. Mayweather won. Mayweather's undefeated. Okay, keep this in mind.
He's 49-0.
Yeah, he's 49-0. The 2010 Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley's record 46-5. Victor Ortiz 29-2. Miguel Cotto 37-2.
Cotto, motherfucker.
37-2. Robert Guerrero 31-1-1. Canelo Alvarez 42-0-1.
He was too green.
Marcos Maidana 35-3.
Passes prime.
Manny Pacquiao
Past his prime.
57-5-2. But no, that's not the point. Look at these. Andre Berto 30-3.
He's fighting sandbags.
Okay.
People are just sandbagging.
All right. Let me give you Conor McGregor's professional boxing record. 0-0-0. Okay? Motherfucker hasn't fought one professional boxing fight.
I think Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor is the first time that Mayweather has fought anyone in their prime in any sport.
Except he's not a boxer.
Doesn't matter. That just goes to show you who he's boxed.
Because we thought
who has Mayweather fought that was at their prime?
Maidana.
Cotto was in his prime.
Yeah, didn't Cotto give him a run for his money?
Nobody gave him a run.
No,
the one guy that gave him a run for his money, he kicked his ass when they had that Bell misunderstanding thing.
Oh, that's because he headbutted him. Victor Ortiz. Right?
Yeah, it was Victor Ortiz.
but he's still that's Victor's fault. He's an idiot.
Anyway, so here I was gonna put this on fucking YouTube, but I guess I'll post it on Facebook. Check this out. This is training video from Conor and Floyd back to back. Let's just go ahead and give this a watch. Obviously, Conor's the one on the right.
Ooh,
Floyd is on the
Conor
left.
looks good.
Damn, Conor.
Look at that power. Ooh, look at that. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Right.
Look how slow he's moving.
All right, those of you guys can't see, I'm gonna do the sound effects for you.
Okay.
That's Conor McGregor.
I'm gonna post this video so you guys can watch for yourselves.
And I'm gonna do the Mayweather sound effects. Well, I can't do running away sound effects, but that's what it is.
So in this video, Mayweather's
That's how you do running away.
hitting like a speed bag, and he is just fucking dodging and weaving, and he's doing it fast as fuck.
Yeah,
all right.
He can't do that shit against a real person.
Yeah, he can. Anyway,
look at
that power.
Look at McGregor. You got McGregor
throwing haymakers,
moving slow as fuck. Like that motherfucker. Look how slow he's moving. He's moving like a fucking.
Did you
turtle.
see that under? Dude, please post this video.
I am gonna post this video. It's hilarious.
Look at that uppercut. Oh man,
the discrepancy.
Conor is gonna murder him.
Yeah. Okay.
He is gonna murder him.
They don't want to give away all his training.
The skill discrepancy in these videos.
Oh, you see that shoulder check?
Is blatant.
Yeah.
Oh, who the fuck is this kid? This kid's better. Look at these kids. These kids are way better than
you
Conor.
You guys can't see it, but they're
showing little kids.
The video is switched to some kids in a third world country,
and they're doing better.
Yeah.
And they're doing better than Conor. So,
damn, that kid's fucking that bag up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for you to think that Conor,
can we turn the music down?
Is gonna gonna beat.
How about off?
Conor is gonna beat Floyd. It's pretty unrealistic.
I heard a pretty good analogy that I don't want to take credit for. It was from Joe Rogan, but it's like this. Wayne Gretzky is, I guess, I don't watch hockey, but he's like the best.
He's the best hockey player of all time.
Hockey
He's like the
player
Michael Jordan of hockey.
He's the Michael Jordan of hockey. He's not going to get into a figure skating competition. He's really good at skating, but he's not going to get into a figure skating competition and win a gold medal. It's just not going to happen. He's good at it, but it's not his area of expertise.
Exactly.
So it's kind of silly. I mean, we know why they're doing it.
It's for money.
It's for money.
Now, I could see why people like Connor because he's very charismatic. He talks a lot of shit, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, the most entertaining so far part about this fight.
When he told me you can't fucking read.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's his fucking trash talk.
Which is true.
And
why does Floyd Mayweather have a backpack when he can't read?
that
is a valid question.
He carries his $5,000 in it. Anyway.
Which Connor was not impressed with.
No,
his
he wasn't.
$5,000.
Anyway, so... Yeah, if you haven't watched the press conference,
but then again,
go watch
that's probably all he has
hilarious.
left because he doesn't pay his taxes.
Exactly.
I like how they were chanting, "Pay your taxes."
And like, don't get me wrong, Connor is very charismatic. He's a great talker. If this was any other type of fight, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA, street fight, if it was any other kind of fight, I would give it to Connor. But it's not. It's boxing.
Yeah, that's another thing that today I went by my girlfriend's house, and she might listen to this. I love your family. Your family's great. They talk a lot of shit, though. So I hope they're wrong. But her mom today was like, oh, that's why Mayweather's going to lose. I'm like, he's not going to lose. They're like, well, if he wins, it's fixed. I'm like, well, then I can't win. And then she said, well, you got to admit, John, if this was a street fight, like they ran into each other on the street, then McGregor would win. I was like, yeah, because he's an MMA fighter. But it's not in the street. It's at the T-Mobile arena. And it's a boxing fight.
Right. And that's the thing, like, it's just so stupid. And that's the thing, okay, and you're going to get this from both sides. If McGregor wins, the boxing fans are going to say fix. Uh-huh. If Mayweather wins, you're going to get the dumb McGregor fights are going to say fix.
I've heard it a bunch of times. It's fixed.
Like, if that's the case, why even fucking watch? If you think it's going to be fixed.
Because you know it's fixed, but you want to watch it anyway because you're hoping you're wrong.
Because it's not going to be fixed. It's just not. All right.
So who should put
just
money
because
on?
it doesn't go?
So who are you betting on?
Fucking Mayweather. I'm not betting on either of them because I'm not watching this fucking fight. But
they don't have odds or anything yet, do they?
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm sure Mayweather's a fucking like crazy like favorite. But what do you call it? I'm not putting money on it because Mayweather. It's probably going to be like Mayweather by a lot.
Where are they fighting at?
155. Or 154, I'm sorry. 154, which is boxing's weight class. Because 155 is... So, like, fucking Mayweather's a minus 550 and McGregor's a plus 375. So, that is...
Look at that first round victory.
So, yeah. Yeah. It's not even.
Oh, you could bet with cryptocurrency.
So minus 550.
That means you have to. Tony.
That means you have to put $550 down on Mayweather for you to win $100.
How much?
550
to win 100.
To win 100. For McGregor, if you put down 100 and he wins, you get 375.
So what if I bet 1,000?
On who?
On clearly McGregor.
Then you get just add 1,000. That was a 3,750.
What if I bet 10,000?
Just add another zero to that.
Bro, look at. I'm going to be rich. No, you know what? I'm going to bet on him to win in the first round. That's where the money's at. Look at that.
Dude, that's not going to happen.
1,600. That means if I bet
plus 1,600.
That means if
I bet you bet $100 and they win, and somebody wins. Well, depends who you bet on. But if you bet on McGregor to win the first round, for $100 you win 1,600. So if you bet 1,000,
if I bet 1,000,
you get
$16,000 to win in the first round.
You get $16,000.
$16,000.
Those are ridiculous odds. Why would anybody do that?
I don't know.
I mean, the safe bet is Mayweather, but if you do that, you're not going to win shit.
But that's the thing. I mean, like, just everybody keeps talking about like McGregor having the height, and he's bigger. But dude, like, fucking Mayweather's fought bigger guys, and nobody's been able to fucking lay a goddamn hand on him.
I will give it to McGregor. He's probably a very powerful puncher, but he's going to be using bigger gloves.
And that's another argument that your girlfriend's brother-in-law uses. He's fighting with bigger gloves, which means he can land more shots or whatever. I'm like, no, that's actually at a disadvantage. The reason why Mayweather is such a great defensive boxer is like he uses a lot of these like shoulder rolls that would only work with boxing gloves. They wouldn't work with MMA gloves because you're not going to be able to roll a fucking punch off your shoulder with an MMA glove because they're so fucking small. So if anything, the boxing gloves are a disadvantage to McGregor, where he's not going to have as much power as he would with an MMA glove, and he won't be able to penetrate Floyd's defense with a fucking boxing glove. So like that theory is just stupid.
The point is, it's a circus. This is
It is. It's just all it is.
This is meant for entertainment.
It's a payday. It's a grab. It's a money grab.
I think but I'm still interested in watching it.
No, it's dumb.
You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in going to somebody's house, cracking a cold one open with the boys.
That's what it's all about.
And just sitting there and talking shit.
We can do that at the end of the month when there's a real fight. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
Why
now
not
that's a fight I want to see. What?
I'm gonna say, why don't we do both?
I'm gonna do both.
So that's a fight. We'll talk about that the next podcast because that's not until for another 2 weeks. But now that's a fight you should be watching. And if you want to watch boxing, even after this fucking bullshit ass fight, there's a real Triple G versus Canelo
Alvarez.
That's a real fucking boxing match. This is just a fucking sideshow.
So before and after.
Oh, there's probably one of the best MMA fights and one of the best boxing fights of the year, and you got this bullshit right smack dab in the middle.
So you have no interest in watching it? Well, you're going to be working, right?
I'll be working. I chose to work that day, not because of the fight. I'd be lying if it was because.
Don't you just want to see the spectacle of it?
Yeah, don't you want to see the spectacle?
A little bit. Like part of me wants to see the spectacle, but it's like I feel like this is going to be. I'm not a fan of boxing in general. Mayweather's fight style does not appeal to me. Everybody says he runs. I mean, I understand. The point of fighting is not to get hit. So he's being smart. He's not getting hit.
He's a boxer. He's not a fighter.
Yeah, he's a boxer, and he's a fucking fantastic defensive boxer. Like you can't hit him, you can't touch him. That's his whole thing. Like, but that doesn't appeal to me. Like I don't want to see him, be defensive the whole time. And this is what this fight's gonna be. It's gonna be like another Pacquiao fight, except worse because he's not fighting Manny Pacquiao, who has got years of experience. He's fighting a dude that's never fought a professional boxing match in his life.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the Manny Pacquiao fight times 100, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be fucking boring.
Yeah,
it's gonna be boring.
Won't McGregor get gassed? Like,
dude, yeah, McGregor gets gassed. He got gassed on pretty much his fights have lasted long. This is a 12-round fight, guys. This isn't a fucking 5-round championship UFC fight. This isn't a 3-round UFC fight. This is a 12-round boxing match.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna get probably midway through. He'll probably be.
Dude, everybody said from the experts that I trust say that the first 4 rounds are going to be the best. After that, it's going to be bullshit. Mayweather wins by decision.
Yeah,
that's
what I thought too. Because usually Mayweather by the 4th or 5th round, he usually if he's having trouble with somebody, he adjusts to them.
Yeah, he's a fucking amazing boxer.
That's what he did with Carlos Maidana. Like Maidana, the first fight, Maidana was kind of fucking him up, and then he
and Floyd still won.
4th, 5th round, he adjusted to it, and he fucked him up.
Yeah. So this is just going to be it's just going to be boring. It's going to be boring. Everybody's going to be so shocked how boring this fight's going to be. And then Mayweather's going to win by decision. And everybody's going to be like, I can't believe I spent $100 on that. And it'd be like, you fucking idiot. Like, what did you expect? Mm-hmm. What do you expect? You obviously are just watching it for the spectacle. You're not a fan of either. Like, you just say you're a McGregor fan because he talks. You're not a boxing fan because if you would, you'd understand that Mayweather is boring as fuck. Well, for some people that actually enjoy the sport. His might not be so boring, but for me, he's boring as fuck.
Do you feel good that you got that rant out?
No.
Feel better?
No, I don't, because there's still stupid people
Felt
in the world.
You took a big shit?
Fuck that.
I got a question. Though.
All right.
I saw this picture. I sent it to you guys. I noticed that a lot of the fairer-skinned people on the interwebs are pulling for Conor McGregor because they say they hate Floyd Mayweather. Is it okay to say that people hate Floyd Mayweather for being cocky?
For being a cocky, arrogant black man?
Yeah, and then Conor McGregor's a cocky, arrogant white man, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like, Conor McGregor talks all this shit, and people are like, yeah, he's funny, he's got personality, but then when Floyd Mayweather does it, he's arrogant.
But, yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, you have a point, but Conor's way better shit talking than Floyd is.
Yeah, he's
more entertaining.
And then I guess Mayweather does some silly shit, like burn $100 bills at a strip club. That was pretty shitty. And he might have beat his girlfriend.
Not might have. I think he got charged for it.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
I don't think that's alleged. I think that's
I thought it was a legend.
a fact. I think that's a fact. I don't know. Let's just say alleged.
We should put her in the ring. Watch her go a couple rounds with him.
Anyway, so yeah, that's that. It's stupid. I don't want to watch this fight.
Okay.
All right, so
You should watch it anyways.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch it on fucking. If I do work that day for a fact. I already checked. I work. I might watch it at work if I'm available to watch it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. Let's go get to our next segment.
Le who, the her.
Do you want to go first, Tony?
Yes, I have a quick L. And this goes to...
I will say, though, not to interrupt you, we've been gone for a while, and I think there's been so many L's to be given out. I had to really dig deep and pick who I wanted to give
Yeah,
out.
there's been a lot. I'm only going with probably the most relevant one, which is one of the most recent. I'm sure I missed like some from like many weeks ago, but this one deserves... This is not only an L, this is a repeat L. And not just a repeat L because I'm rehashing something that happened, but something that happened again. And that goes to the GOP.
Oh my God.
Their Trump care has failed yet again.
He doesn't. No. It's not Trump care anymore because he said he's not taking credit for it.
Oh, well, I'm still gonna call it Trump care because it's Republicans. So Trump, just like they were hell bent on calling it Obamacare instead of the ACA,
You're a libtard.
it's gonna be called Trump care.
Obama didn't give that name, right?
No, it's the Affordable Care
His
Act.
parents gave him that name because Obamacare.
Yeah, exactly. So to the GOP, take another L because their bill died on the Senate floor. So
This is not a political podcast.
this is not a political podcast. It's just hilarious that they can't even.
I have a question. Why are you such a libtard?
Why are you such a? What's the opposite of a libtard?
I don't know.
Why are you? Why,
I mean,
why are you?
Isn't it?
Why are you so alt right?
You're such a conservatard.
Stop. Yes, conservative.
Well, no, because that's like an oxymoron. Because I mean, aren't all conservatives retarded?
Oh!
It's a joke. For all our conservative listeners, we kid. We kid. the
For all
conservatives.
for all conservative listeners, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Obviously, we made fun of libtards earlier with the Latinx thing.
Yes, we did. So this is not a political podcast. We respect all views except for conservative views.
Oh, he's joking. We do respect those as well. They get some things right. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, healthcare's not one of them though.
No, that's not what
They
that's
do
not
get
what-
some things right, but jumping to my L, they also get a lot of things wrong. Yes,
Le who, the her.
my L of the week is also Republican. This one's kind of older. It's like a week. I was going to use it last week when we were going to record, but I messed up. So I'm going to use it this way. My L of the week goes to the bag of McDonald's garbage that reanimated and somehow became the, what is it, senator or governor of New Jersey? Chris Christie. So Chris Christie made some waves on the news a couple weeks ago for 4th of July because apparently the state of New Jersey couldn't come to an agreement on the budget.
So they shut down public parks, right?
Yeah, they shut down public parks,
yeah.
including all the beaches. So during one of the busiest years,
4th of July weekend.
4th of July weekend, a lot of people didn't have access to public beach. I think they did, but they had to like drive way out of their way. They couldn't use the ones
In New Jersey.
Yeah,
You could have gone to New York or whatever.
but it turns out that Chris Christie can. So apparently, without him knowing, he was at a press conference and somebody in the news said, "Hey, did you get any sun over the weekend?"
He's like,
said,
"No."
No, I didn't. And then these pictures surface of Chris Christie
On the beach.
clearly on the beach, 4th of July weekend, chilling out with his family. So he was on this private closed beach that nobody else got to use but him and his family. And when those pictures surfaced, his assistant said he didn't get any sun.
He wasn't lying because he was wearing a hat.
He had a baseball hat on.
Because he had a hat on.
So
This is the world we live in.
This is, I mean, Chris Christie is hilarious. I don't know his political view. I know some of them.
He's Republican.
He's Republican, and he
Well, I mean, is he fat and old?
he's very fat.
Then
I don't want to make fun of his
then
weight
he's
because I feel like that's beneath me. But he just does this to himself. One of the funniest things you ever see if you go online and Google Chris Christie baseball uniform, that will entertain you for a while.
I will do that right now.
You
Here, I'll
pull
pull
it up on that screen. And for the listener right now, just Google image Chris Christie baseball uniform. He was at a charity baseball game, and he decided it would be a good idea to dress up like a professional baseball player. Use the most saddest picture you can.
So you said Chris Christie.
Yeah,
baseball
Junker got it up right now.
This one looks pretty.
What the? Wow.
Go to the one in the top left corner. Right here. Yeah, right there. Look how sad he looks. He knows he made a terrible decision. Why didn't anybody in his party...
Dude, he's got a big, like, fupa.
For those who can't see, if you're not looking at it, he's wearing these tight white baseball pants, and he has a huge fupa where his penis should be. And
He's got camel toe, too.
He looks silly.
Those pants are not designed to hold that much weight.
Oh, man, that is so funny. Also, he's kind of a dick, too, so when people called him out on it, he said, well, I'm the governor, and if you run for governor... You can
have access to it,
Yeah,
too.
you can have it. Because I guess it was at the governor's property. But
Yeah.
Look at this Photoshop.
Now
it's
that
still
is some
kind
damn
of
fine.
city shit.
All right, Junker, also post that picture on our page.
Which one?
The Chris Christie
Baseball
uniform.
That one's my favorite one because he looks uncomfortable. Like his wife didn't tell him. That's not a good look for you. Bro.
Out of all, I mean, I'm sure he's surrounded by a lot of people that he knows. Wouldn't one of them be like, "Hey, that does not look good at all."
Untuck that shirt, sir. Maybe wear some jogging
Or hey,
pants.
you look like a disgusting fucking idiot.
You look like a pedophile imitating a little league baseball player. But this was a tough decision because there was a lot of L's. I think my runner-up was Rob Kardashian. Just for
Black China?
For obvious reasons. You had the whole internet warning you that this was a bad move, and he still did it anyways.
Yep.
Shout out to Black China, though, for getting one over on him.
Well, she got a kid out of it, so of course she
Yeah.
already won.
Got money.
So anyway, that's your L of the week.
Chris Christie, yes.
Le who? The her.
I'm sure it will not be the last time he gets brought up.
Make sure you label it Mama's L of the Week.
Yeah.
So people know why the fuck you're posting
Yeah, why
that.
you just posted that thing?
give the listeners some context.
I mean, I guess with that picture, you don't really need it.
That's
context.
true. That's true, but oh man. Because like if I were like, what the fuck is this?
All
shit?
you really have to do is put New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and people are like, oh,
That's a definite L.
yeah.
All right, let's get to our gripes.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Do you have any extras? Because I have one.
I already gave my gripe.
Mamba, do you have another one?
Besides people pretending that they know about boxing and MMA, no, I guess not.
I have a gripe.
Go ahead. Of course you do.
So I don't know if you guys have been watching a show that we love. We've talked about on podcast before, Married at First Sight.
I have not watched it.
Okay, so there's
I'm a little behind, so
there's
spoilers.
there's a spin-off. Obviously, Married at First Sight, Second Chances.
Okay, yeah.
Have you watched that? Are you
No.
You haven't watched it at all?
No. That's the one where like they bring back like people
They
from
bring back two people, Vanessa and David, from a previous season of Married at First Sight. I think it was season 3
Yeah.
from Atlanta. Anyway, you're probably not gonna watch it. I'm assuming.
I am gonna watch it.
I doubt it. It's already over.
Well,
It
just,
ended.
I'll still watch it. Give me a
Spoiler alert.
Give me a spoiler free.
No, I'm giving you a spoiler. one
Spoiler
here. How about
free.
you just turn your headphones down?
Fuck. Fine, whatever. Just spoil it.
Anyway, all right. So David was always. If you guys haven't watched Married at First Sight, David is one. So
What season?
His season 3 of Atlanta
David was like the redhead that was like rich.
that married that girl Ashley.
that did
That was
the
a
guy
fucking
that,
cunt.
that,
dick?
that did not even
She was-
try at all.
yeah, she was a
completely
bitch.
not having it.
Oh, Atlanta, the really nice guy.
Yeah.
And she was going to nursing school.
Yes.
And she kept on saying, "What did I get myself into?" Like, bitch, you know what you got
Yeah.
yourself into.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, her. So she was okay. So for those of you who don't watch the show, season 3, he married this girl Ashley. She was like the most uninteresting person in the world. She wasn't interested in anything. I don't even know why she was on the fucking show. She was just a big fucking wet blanket. She was a bitch to him the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to be so nice to her. He really like put an effort to like be nice to her and
They
whatnot.
got her a mansion.
Yeah, well, yeah, but she was just being a big fucking cunt the whole time.
She didn't have to work.
No, she was going to school.
Yeah.
So he was basically providing for both of them. Anyway, but that's besides the point because I'm sure the show gives them money. But anyway, she was being a big bitch. They got divorced at the end, obviously, because she didn't have any interest in him whatsoever. She had so here's a little part of the season that like was a big thing. She had no interest in him whatsoever. Supposedly, a friend of hers caught him supposedly talking to some girl on Facebook, and told her, and she got all pissed and like made this big scene, like I don't want to talk to you, blah blah. We're married.
It was funny because she played it off like she was hurt.
Like, bitch, you haven't been
never
interested.
cared about him.
You haven't been interested this whole fucking time.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, he decides to talk. Let's say he did decide to talk to
She wants
somebody.
to play the victim.
Yeah, she wants to play the fucking victim. Bitch, you haven't done jack shit for him.
So
Okay?
anyway,
so he's a very sympathetic figure in Married at First Sight.
Yeah. He was like a fan favorite.
He was. So that's why they gave him a second chance. So basically, Married at First Sight, they marry strangers. These experts pick strangers for them to marry, and then these experts picked Ashley and David to get married, and obviously didn't work out. Married at First Sight, Second Chances is similar to The Bachelor. So what they do is they get to pick their own, like they just bring in a bunch of women and a bunch of men for, obviously males and females, because there's one male and one female from the previous season. And they get to pick whoever they want to be with. Like they pick, or not who they want to be with, but they want to go on dates with. And little by little, they get eliminated as the dates progress, and you obviously go final 4, final 3, 2, 1, finally who you're gonna end up with. So David, fuck, I really like David from Married at First Sight, the first one. He's a big fucking douchebag. First of all, he starts telling all these women he loves them. Like towards the end of the show, once he gets to like the final 4 or 5, he starts telling everybody, "I love you, I love you."
Took the junkyard route.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't tell girls I love them until like I'm sure, and I wouldn't tell multiple. Like first of all, I'm on TV. Like
What if you have a lot of love to give though?
no, check this out. This is the way I saw it. Like I'm on TV. Whoever I end up with is gonna end up watching the show. Like right now, they don't know because they're not watching it. But sooner or later they're gonna watch this, and he's telling all the girls the same shit. Like, oh, you're the only one I want to be with. Oh, you're the only one I want to be with. Like, dude, whoever you end up with, this is going to bite you in the ass at the end because you're going to end up being with one of these girls, and they're going to go back and watch this and be like, you told me that I was the only one you wanted to be with. You told me you loved me. You told me, like, this is not a smart game to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, what pisses me off isn't so much that he was doing it, more that he's stupid. Like, the stupidity of it really made me upset. Second of all, he finally gets to these final 2. One girl, I thought she was all right, whatever. A couple girls rejected him, which was pretty surprising. Finally, he picks this one girl. I thought she was fantastic. She was like one of my favorites throughout the whole show. She was very, very attractive. She was a fucking sweetheart, and she really, really liked him. I don't know why. He's not a very attractive man, in my personal opinion. So when he gets down to it, spoiler alert, he doesn't pick her. He doesn't pick anybody.
What the fuck?
He's fucking single at the end of the fucking show.
Why did he pick her?
Because he wasn't compatible with her or whatever. But like, you a fucking idiot. Why even go through this whole process, like, to just end up with nobody? Like, first of all, you're telling somebody you love them and that you want to be with them,
And then you don't pick
anybody.
Yeah, that's funny.
Fucking idiot.
Does he coitus with any of those girls?
No. He kisses a couple of them.
Spoiler alert! Come on, man.
Well, at least I don't know. Okay.
I told you, spoiler, man.
I don't think
spoiler free. I'm gonna watch this now.
I don't think he coituses with anybody. They don't show if he does.
If he does, it's probably missionary.
And another gripe of mine with him is that he drinks Youngling beer, and it's
What's wrong with Yingling?
Yeah.
a lot of things. My ex-girlfriend's father used to drink.
Dude, that shit's good as fuck.
I don't care. I don't like it.
Have you ever had it?
I don't. Yeah, I have had it lots of times.
Dude, it's good.
I mean, I don't have a problem with like the taste of it. I just don't like it by association.
Oh.
Why don't you like your father?
I do like her father,
Oh.
but I don't like her. So by association,
Don't blame the father for her transgressions.
I heard me and her father got along fucking fantastic. I loved her father.
But what if he still like speaks highly of you?
He probably does.
What if her new boyfriend does something?
I was the fan favorite in that fucking household. Her sister, I'm delving too much into this, but her sister her boyfriend was a fuck up, and that was the golden child.
What if her new boyfriend, like, they're all chilling at her parents' house, and they order pizza, and her boyfriend like just grabs a slice of pizza without being considered and asking anybody, and then her father's like, "Tuh, Junkyard would have never did that.
He might.
But you know why he wouldn't do that? Not because he's considerate. Because he's too big of a pussy.
Oh, to grab it?
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah. David, you're an asshole. There's more to it. I actually left out
Good. I'm
big
glad you
chunks
left
of
it
it.
out.
So you should actually watch it.
I think
It's pretty good.
you went on a rant for a show, or a person on a show that nobody watches.
Some people watch it. Some of our listeners
I'm
actually
pretty
watch
sure
it.
nobody I mean, I'm pretty sure a few of our listeners do watch Married at First Sight because we always talk about it. I'm pretty sure none of them saw the spinoff.
Yeah, because I've never seen a promo or an advertisement.
They show it for Married at First Sight, like during Married at First Sight.
Still, I've never seen it.
Because you stopped watching Married at First Sight.
That's true. But still, I don't see it like...
Don't worry about it. You're not missing much in this season. The Chicago season
Really?
is lame. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not missing much. My favorite season, Married at First Sight season 2. Still my favorite.
Season 2 was good.
Is that with
My wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my wife.
Yeah.
And
New York.
Jessica.
Yeah.
And
She was-
Ryan. The
she
two
was
Ryans.
The best.
and the Dr. Cologne clone.
Yeah. The total asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan
The
Danino.
Jewish guy, I think,
Danino.
yeah.
He was Jewish. He was like Russian or some shit.
No, he was Jewish.
He might have been
I
half
thought it was
Jewish.
Italian.
I don't remember. I think it was half Italian, half Russian.
Because he was adopted, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't adopted.
His parents were...
whatever.
Because he was talking about his old grandparents. They were Jewish, and he wanted...
No, Russian. I thought his grandparents were
I
Russian.
swear they were
It doesn't
Jewish.
matter.
Yeah, who
Irregardless,
cares?
that was the best season.
Who cares? That was like 3 years ago. Why are we arguing about it?
Anyway, so this season's kind of whack. But Married at First Sight Second Chances, for me this year, was better than Married at First Sight. The spinoff was better than the original. Because Married at First Sight was just boring this season. So Married at First Sight at Second Chances was like everything. And then David just fucked it up.
Do you ever think
hate
about
it.
what you could be doing with
Instead
your
of-
time besides watching reality
Dude,
TV shows?
I don't normally. The only reality TV shows I watch is Married at First Sight. Now Married at First Sight Second Chances. Master Chef.
Rock of Love.
I don't watch Rock of Love. I used to watch Rock of Love. Master Chef.
What about Real Chance at Love?
I used to watch that too.
That
I
was
watched Real Chance.
Stallionaires. That was like my favorite
Rest in
show.
peace to Real.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite show.
Master Chef.
and
Oh, and The
Chance.
Ultimate Fighter. That's it. That's all I watch.
Who'd you like better? Do you like Chance or Real better?
Real.
Which was the one that wasn't a total asshole?
Real.
Yeah.
Real's the one with the long hair.
Yeah, I
he
like that.
died
Chance was the other.
2 years ago.
Yeah. No, 2
Yeah.
years ago. Like last year. Wasn't it last year?
Or recently.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Real. They always wore their.
I like how they had the
Gun-
holsters.
yeah, the gun holsters.
With
Yeah.
no gun.
VH1 used to be the best channel ever.
Side note: my ex-girlfriend, one of her like friends, was on Rock of Love with what's his face, the drummer.
Vince Neil? What, the drummer?
Yeah, what's his face? The main guy from
Tommy-
Rock of Love. Tom? No, that's
No, it was
from Poison.
it wasn't Poison. You're thinking about it was
Rock of Love.
Oh, it was Poison, but it wasn't. He wasn't the drummer. He was the lead singer.
Brett Hart. No, Bret Hart. Brett Matthews. No, Brett.
His name was Brett something,
Brett.
but he wasn't.
He was a drummer of Poison.
He was the lead singer.
He was the lead singer.
I swear.
Brett Michaels.
Okay, yeah, he's the lead singer.
Was he?
Yep, Brett Michaels.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Tommy
Yeah,
Lee
you're
because
thinking
he's
of
the
Tom
drummer.
Lee. Yeah, he doesn't need to be on rock. He was fucking bitches left and right.
Yeah, he was. Well, both of them fucked Pamela Anderson.
Wiener cousins.
No. Eskimo
Bro. Yeah.
Eskimo Brothers.
Yeah, VH1 used to have all the best shows. I think my favorite out of all of them was Douche Academy.
I never watched that.
You
one.
never watched Douche
Never
Academy?
even heard of that.
Is that the one where like
It was kind of like that show on MTV, G's to Gents, but it was way better. It
Is that
was
the one
where
with-
these girls would bring their douchey boyfriends and try to get them.
Yeah.
I did. I watched
Yeah.
G's the Gents. I didn't watch Douche Academy.
Douche Academy, I think, was better.
was it Douche Academy? Was that what it was called?
No,
They
it's
were-
G's to Gents was the one I used to watch on
What was it
MTV.
called? I remember
Well, there
watching.
was MTV had G's to Gents.
I watched that one.
That's where they had. That's where Star was born. His name was Riff Raff. I don't know if you guys know who's
Yeah,
Riff Raff.
the rapper.
Yeah, and then VH1 had their own like a similar one called Douche Academy.
No, best VH1 show, reality show. I've talked about this before. The
Tool Academy.
Tool Academy. There you
Tool
go.
Academy. No, it's not Douche Academy.
When they were like, "You're a tool." And
Yeah,
like,
they would kick him off the
they would
show.
kick him off the show.
No, the best show was fuck. Now I can't remember the name of it. With Mystery, where he used to have
the
these
pickup
nerds.
artist.
The pickup artist.
That fucking
that
guy.
show
I remember I used to
was
watch
fantastic.
That. Yeah, that was
What
fantastic.
a cunt that guy was.
For those of you who don't know, the pickup artist was about this guy who's teach other like nerds
His
to
name
like
is
pick up
Mystery.
girls. Yeah.
And then his boy Matador.
Yeah, Matador.
Dude, that show was great.
That
man.
show was fantastic.
He was the biggest tool ever. He would
What
purposely.
are you talking about? He used to pick up bitches left and right.
I don't know how accurate that. He was in the news recently. I forgot. There was
Because
something.
he was like depressed.
Yeah, depressed or some shit.
Because he stopped picking up girls, man.
I don't know.
He got old. Is
that why?
He taught us how to neg.
How to peacock?
Peacock.
Yeah, and peacock.
Is that why he would wear like ridiculous shit like
Yeah.
goggles on his forehead?
Yeah.
Called
was
peacocking.
peacocking.
It works.
I was like a teenager when that.
Tony
show,
still peacocks to this day.
And it works.
Yeah, I get. But like, I remember watching that show as a teenager. I was like, even as a teenager, you know, how most guys would be like, "Oh, I should take notes." As a teenager,
I took notes
I
hard
was
as
like,
fuck.
this guy is kind of a dick. Like I could tell.
That's
in
what
my-
girls want, though.
I guess. Or he
That's
would
how
do
you neg baby girls.
is neg where you would get two girls and you would compliment one. Which one is that one?
Neg is when you kind of throw a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, and I mean that can work with two girls. Like
Yeah.
where
Where you like compliment one and then the other one you kind of insult, so
Yeah.
you like you kind of make them like fight over. I mean, they don't know that they're competing
Exactly.
for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
rape
great.
culture, bro. Rape
You're
culture.
Oh, God. That is genius.
I
anyway,
was
That's
like
what it
rape
is.
culture to me.
the
Pickup Artist, great
fantastic.
show. Fan-fucking-tastic.
What happened to VH1? Where did they fucking go?
I don't know even know if it's still on.
I don't think it is. Anyway, all right, let's get to our final segment of the day, shall we? I had a new story, but it's gay anyway. Not gay as in like
Look,
homosexual.
you already said it. Just commit to
Gay
it.
as in
Yeah, that's
fun.
silly. He's dressed like Sinbad from the future.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba, I dated the perfect man for 2 years.
Lies. No such thing exists.
When he asked me to marry him, I said yes. He was kind, gentle, attentive, easygoing, full of dreams, great sense of humor, an excellent provider, and sexually the best.
Sounded like I dated her.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm glad you did.
3 months after our perfect wedding, it all began to unravel. I learned he is bipolar with manic episodes. He has been married 3 times before me and always lost interest in sex. He says he may be attracted to men, then tells me he's not sure. He also isn't as good handling his financial affairs as he led me to believe. I am 58 and he's 59. How could I not have had a clue
That is a
about
good
any
fucking
of this?
question.
I sold my house to move into a parsonage with him after repeatedly being lied to, misinformed,
Somebody
or left out of the loop altogether.
Look up what parsonage is. Is that what you're doing right now?
For those that don't know, present company excluded, a parsonage is a church house provided by a member of the clergy.
Okay.
So it's when you get housing from the church.
All right.
Fuck, how do I get that?
After repeatedly being lied to, misinformed, or left out of the loop altogether,
You repent.
I am now couch surfing, mainly at my ex-husband's house.
Damn.
I feel tired and broken. No income, no home, no respect, and no hope of him getting it together. I would appreciate any advice or counsel. And all I have figured out is to start over and remain single, as he is my third husband. Third time around.
Okay, so
It sounds like this question is too advanced for us.
Well, she's obviously very desperate for
all right,
any
I got-
answers.
clearly. All right,
So that's why she's coming to you guys, because you guys obviously don't know shit.
So I'm just baffled by the fact that you dated him for 2 years and you had no idea this guy was married 3 times already. I can understand maybe there's a way he could have hid that, but I don't understand how you can. There had to have been red flags.
Yeah, and that what made you assume that he was financially stable?
How did you not know he was living in a parsonage? Like, wouldn't you know that's like not?
Just go over
His
her house
house?
all the time.
Yeah, like I don't. I think that the signs were there. She just didn't want to see them.
Yeah, you've been this.
She assumed he was perfect.
She refused to see the signs.
She's
So
been-
unfortunately, we cannot help those that cannot help themselves.
She said herself.
Moving on.
She's been married 3 times.
Yeah.
You're probably just as bad. It's probably the same thing your ex-husband say about you. Damn, she was cool at first, and we got married, and now she's kind of a bitch. So
Like that movie. Did you guys ever watch that with the Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller? That movie's pretty hilarious. I just watched it recently. Good. It was pretty. Where he married.
You know what's hilarious? Daddy's Home.
You know they're making a sequel to that?
Yeah, that's why I started.
I was shocked about that.
It was funny.
I was more shocked the fact that they have Mel Gibson as Mark Wahlberg's dad.
That is hilarious.
And then it's John Lithgow as
yes,
he's hilarious.
So much yes.
Somebody back in that movie has to be Jewish, and they picked Mel Gibson.
What makes me very curious is who went to the movie theater to watch this movie. I didn't realize the first one existed, and so I saw the trailer for the second one. Like, who went to go see this? That they're making a sequel.
Yeah, right.
Not me. I mean,
You watched this now that you saw the sequel trailer?
A friend of mine bought it and let me borrow the DVD.
What is it about?
So, it basically...
I'm trying to think of the cover of the movie, but I can't place it.
I don't think the cover was that memorable. It was pretty generic.
Just think about every Will Ferrell movie, and there's just like another person there.
Yeah.
What? I don't remember this movie. I seriously do not remember this movie.
So basically, Will Ferrell is married, and his wife that he's married to
remarried Mark Wahlberg.
Was married before. No, I guess Mark Wahlberg
Will
was
Ferrell
like the baby daddy.
Is a stepdad.
Will Ferrell's a stepdad. So basically, he's trying to like gain the affection and the love of like her kids.
What year did this movie come out?
And
like 2014.
And then and then like Mark Wahlberg, the stepdad or the real dad, comes to like stay with him or comes to visit, and wants back in their lives, and he is just like
holy shit,
and he is just like better than him in every way. So they just try to like.
It got a 31%.
I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good.
It got 49% on like viewer reviews.
I'm part of that 49%.
If you swap out the other actor next to Will Ferrell, you could get any Will Ferrell movie. So if you swap out Mark Wahlberg and put in Kevin Hart, you have Get Hard.
Yeah.
And if you do the same thing, you get the other guys. You just put Mark Wahlberg back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I recommend that movie. It was hilarious. But then again, I didn't pay for it, so maybe that's why I thought it was better.
I mean, it's no The Fate of the Furious.
Of course not. Of course it is not. Anyway, did we answer a question?
Not really.
Just start over.
Yeah, answer your question is go watch Daddy's Home.
Ooh, look at Dunkirk.
Ooh, I'm excited.
You know what really sucks? Is that apparently Spider-Man Homecoming had a terrible second week.
Did it really?
Like it dropped down like 60% from its opening weekend. Which is sad because
it's still in second place, 45.2
well, that's because
million.
nothing has came out. I mean, once Dunkirk comes out this weekend, I'm pretty sure it's going to be even lower.
Baby Driver was a fantastic movie.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
TFTI.
I
saw it by myself in like the morning on a Friday.
What a lame.
I like doing that because I don't have anybody bothering me. I can watch whatever the fuck I feel.
I wanted to see it too.
Yeah. You want to go watch it, Mamba?
I do want to go watch it.
Cool. We'll go watch it.
That, and I want to go see Atomic Blonde.
Yes.
Oh, I do want to see Atomic Blonde.
You can't come.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll come go watch it by myself.
Good. And then Valerian. Valerian looks
good. I heard Valerian was really good in like IMAX 3D.
The guy who directed Fifth Element directed a Valerian, so go fuck yourself.
I did love the Fifth Element, but I wasn't impressed by the trailer. I want to go see Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, that did come out for like a...
I want to go see Transformers the last night.
Dude, it's got a 15%.
Oh, of course. That's exactly what I expect.
What's Wish Upon?
I don't know.
And why did
I saw War of the Planet of the Apes.
Damn, where are you seeing all these movies by yourself?
Because
TFTI.
It was alright. It was good, but I didn't think it was like great.
Well, no spoilers. I haven't seen it.
Everybody dies at the end.
All right. Good.
The apes take over the world. So, did you guys answer a question?
Yep. Start over. There's nothing there to salvage. He's not gonna.
You're 58.
Yeah, he's not gonna be fiscally responsible. He's not gonna learn to be fiscally responsible. Yeah, he's already 60. He's not gonna learn. He's not gonna learn anything new. He is the way he is. Mm-hmm. People don't change at that age. I mean, it sucks. You got to start over because you're already old. But
at the same, yeah, you're already
either that or you just waste your remaining years being miserable as fuck.
You're already 60. Just call it a life, and I don't know.
Get some cats.
Get some cats. Don't go through another wedding.
All right, Facebook.com. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Shoot us an email like Poncho sent us 5. New Kid. We like to hear from people from different people. New Kids on the Pod at gmail.com.
I want all Poncho emails all the time.
Leave us a voicemail if you'd like. 774-40-NKOTP.
Do you think he got upset that we took so long to respond?
I mean, he knew we were busy. But this is a very long episode. It's like almost like 2.5 hours, I think.
So our boy Peo should be quite pleased.
You guys better be pleased.
So I apologize for the YouTube mishap. I really wanted this to be on YouTube. Next week for sure.
Next week for sure, we won't fuck up.
Upgrade that RAM, dog.
I'm going to get a new computer, so it'll be better. I won't need this hub.
Get a new GPU.
This might be the reason why it was...
Oh, yeah, sure. Blame the hub.
Because it's the only thing different from our
USB
live stream.
3, son.
You know what he's gonna make you return it now, and then try to get a new one.
Well, no, actually, I use that for work, so I'll just take it back to my job. So.
Can I keep it?
No, you cannot.
How about I just keep it?
You're just talking shit about it.
I just said it caused it delay, but I'm not going to use it for that.
That's why you were talking shit about it.
So it's okay.
So no, you don't deserve it.
No,
now.
I can use it. It looks like an option for power.
Yeah, it does.
That's nice. Can I have it?
It is really nice, actually.
I'm just keeping it.
It is a very nice hub.
I'll just keep it.
After you were talking shit about it?
Oh, I lost it.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to it.
Right, well, whatever. Don't say I never gave you anything for your wedding.
Anyway.
Yeah, were we supposed to get you a gift? No, right?
No, our presence was the gift.
It's a destination wedding.
I mean, if you want to call it a gift, it was more of a what do you call it?
It was more of an inconvenience.
Yeah, an inconvenience. Because I had to tend to your needs.
Your wedding wouldn't have been as fun.
Yeah, probably not.
Who would you have talked to?
Yeah,
your girlfriend's friend.
My wife.
Oh, your wife.
You can talk to her every day.
All right, guys. Mamba.
In a world full of good movies coming out this week, go see Spider-Man: Homecoming.
All right.
Instead.
At a red light, but the